You understand what I'm saying? When your people can't even enjoy shit. At what level is this a beautiful day? At a drug thing because I got a new damn dress? Because another white motherfucker in the world ended up liking me? You see what I'm saying? Another thing you got to stop doing. And not you, but then again, on the other hand, we're talking about the few that's left. Don't get around white people and talk no goddamn small talk. If a white person come up to you talking that small talk, either you get out of the conversation or you tell them, look straight up. I don't want to hear that small talk shit, because you think that you talking, they patronizing you, and they always come down because they don't think you know shit. So they always gonna talk to you about some small talk shit. How about them Atlanta Braves? How about them goddamn Yankees? Fuck that shit. You see what I'm saying? But he talked down on you that particular way. They automatically know that black people have a black inferiority complex, so therefore they can tell you anything, and they know you're not going to challenge them because they automatically think that you are dumb, so they can come up to you and just say any kind of shit. It's just like college. Anybody ever saw the thing when college debated the Jews out in California back in 1988, 1985? And they all came up in there with just their body. All the Jewish race and so and so, and he came in with books and beat up on them. He said, hey man, he said, you don't even come up in here running off at the damn mouth. But they figure because these are black people, and because I'm white, I can come and say anything because it's accepted. You see what I'm saying? Because it's accepted. You see where I'm coming from? So that's the key right now is, they now, and plus the thing about it is this is not the perception based on black people that didn't have an education. They know that the average black person with a college education, you always are going to cater to him because you feel inferior.
Hello.
Always grinning and shit. So I say, I see this girl, she works up in the law. I think the girl is a damn lawyer. I see this girl every damn day. Beautiful black girl. She comes down with these white girls and she always grinning. I'm like, goddamn, shit can't be that funny. Not in the same world I live in. But I realize, you understand what I'm saying? She's showing her teeth because she around these white people and she want to let them know that I'm not prejudiced. Nobody ever said you was prejudiced. That's the reason why they pimp you, because they know you're not prejudiced. You should be prejudiced because they only respect people who don't like them. You understand what I'm saying? It's the same psychology with a beautiful man or a beautiful woman. You got a beautiful woman. We went to see some sister. One of my friends from Philadelphia went to go see this particular sister. This particular sister, he said, I give her all this particular tapes and I give her all this particular stuff. And this woman, when she see me, the only thing she want to know is, where's my tapes? He said that it's almost like I'm not even a human being. And the problem is this woman, I saw this woman is in her late 50s. And this mug here, shit, she make a damn 19-year-old bent over backwards in her late 50s. So you know when she was 19, this mug had to be an awesome smoker. But the problem is, she's had that attention all her life, that she's beautiful, and people always treated her different because she's beautiful, so she only respects a motherfucker who don't give a shit about him. That's how goddamn white people are when it come to you. They don't like your ass, not unless you got something to offer by not liking them. So the key is it's wrong to even accept them as your fucking friend, because they don't respect that shit. You see what I'm coming from? So that's the key on it right now. And because the plight of black people in the last doggone 6 or 7 or 8 years has become so degenerated, until now their perception of you is all of you ignorant. So what happened is the last 6 or 7 years with the LA gangs, all of the doggone stuff they dealing with, the welfare and all that, we know that most of that is invented stuff. But my point is it has not helped the perception of you people, you understand what I'm saying, around white people, period. So therefore, if your image is damaged, then you are always in a state of repairing your image, and you can't let this motherfucker off the hook. You understand what I'm saying? By not letting him know you know something. Even if you don't know something, you just stand there and look at the motherfucker like, you know, I don't like you. He's saying, oh, that's one that knows. That's the whole, you know, even if you don't know shit, even if you just have the appearance that I'm not dignifying your motherfucking white ass, he'll say that's one that knows, and they will buck dance to you. They'll bow down to you. But the key is you got to quit this particular stuff for the simple fact they think that we are inferior.
Peace, love, and light, Islamism. Hope everybody doing all right today. Hope y'all having a grand day. I'm feeling a little excited today about doing this video. This all gonna be straight based on matriarchal mother's energy, matter energy, based on the day because it's Mother's Day. Uh, every day is Mother Day to righteous women. You know what I'm saying? It's like every day is Father's Day to righteous fathers and stuff like that. But yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna talk about a little energy. You know, this little retrograde coming up. It's a lot going on out here, man. So like I say, peace, love, and light. Good Sunday to y'all, man. Hope y'all having a good day. Hope y'all having some good vibes, good energy. Free Rashad Jamal, man. Here Rashad Jamal just got locked down. I'm gonna speak on that. I'm gonna speak on some of everything today. It's this other cat that just got locked up, Vaughn Two Cut or something like that. Free him. I don't watch none of his content, but I'm saying free anybody who get locked up in this whole ass system due to because they spread information and stuff like that. Now, due to those situations, that is why I take certain approaches on how I relay my information or whatever. But shit, we're gonna probably break some boundaries today because there's always shit going on. And when you try to spread that light and that information, because information is getting information, kind of like that Beyonce song or whatever. But anyway, it's always the dark energy always trying to stop you. People that resolve around that dark energy is always people who lack understanding, people who lack judgment, people who lack discernment, people who ain't got no gifts. They just fleshly 3D beings. And it's a lot of that going on, a lot of betrayal going on out here. If you chose and you probably just found out some shit, or people just reacting a certain way to you or whatever the case may be. But that's what I'm doing today. We're gonna talk about some stuff today. Like I say, free Rashad Jamal, bro. Dude, he be on it. It's a lot of hate shit going on. Kevin Samuels just passed. I ain't just too much watched too many of these videos. So what I'm reading and understanding is that he was one of those people that he spoke on feminism and stuff like that. I find it funny that he had a video. He was on beginning of future video talking to him, having that conversation, and they made that a video. Future just dropped his album, months after that little video he dropped around Valentine's Day. Future just dropped his album, and then this dude come up there not even a week after this dude album been out. I find all that shit kind of crazy. Like, and you gotta why I be saying, motherfucker gotta watch out with how you moving out here because everybody praying on everybody. Like, motherfuckers, like people who know praying on the unknown, these people that's famous, they praying on motherfuckers like bearers and shit like that. Like, it could be anything. Like, it's a lot of shit going on. Motherfuckers getting knocked off or getting knocked down or getting persecuted because they speak about this shit in the Bible. But yeah, I wanted to elaborate on that, man. It's a whole lot going on. That's why I made that video speaking on the dark side and shit like that. Keep in mind and some sound right knowledge. I'm gonna jump into some holy tablet stuff today. Circle 7. My channel called 700 720 State of Mind. It's only right for me to jump in these holy tablets and give y'all some sauce out the holy tablets. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do that. Man. Y'all start. I got something I got going in the private. People who know. But once I get this certain process done, while I'm covered, you got to be covered out here before you step out here. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Don't be no motherfucking fool. You need to make sure you covered out here before you do anything, putting information out or whatsoever. You need to hold these motherfucking people accountable for what they doing out here. And y'all being so uneducated and misled and shit by other motherfuckers who is not fully educated. You see what I'm saying? Y'all falling in the quicksand. You think you don't need to be covered out here? You a motherfucking fool. And I'm just gonna say that right now. You need to be covered in every phase, paperwork, spiritually, financially, whatever the case may be. Whatever you need to be covered out here before you step out too deep and start trying to swing your motherfucking sword. You need to make sure that you got a force field around you before you go into this goddamn field with warlocks, motherfucking dark magicians and shit like that. This shit is real. This shit is fucking real. This ain't no game. It's not. It's all about your understanding. but you need to be covered out here. But I say all that to say, once I finish this process, y'all gonna see me jumping on a lot of intergalactic shit. I'm bringing it. Y'all, it's time to rate. Y'all need to get up, open your mind, or they putting this shit in your face in the movies. You're not paying attention to it. You're not paying attention. They put it in the fucking movies. Y'all not paying attention. This shit is serious. How y'all not paying attention to this? They talking to y'all through movies, but since y'all imagination is so fucking small, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get it. So I'm talking to the people who know the collective, who understand what the fuck going on, all the way from a physical standpoint, all the way to a multi-dimensional, multiversal standpoint. This shit is real. Just like they just dropped the motherfucking Doctor Strange movie, Madness in the Multiverses. This is what's really going on. They ain't just dropped. I ain't even seen the fucking movie. I ain't even seen like too many clips of the trailer. But this is what the fuck is going on out here. It's going to be a big shift. It's retrograde coming in the house of Taurus, which is governed by Venus, the mother energy, the great love energy, feminine energy. You see what I'm saying? It's going to cross over into Gemini, which is kind of the house of polarity. This is what's going down out here. So y'all need to get ready because shit finna get real. The eclipse just passed, and some shit you can just start and test everything. The eclipse, shadow work need to be done. Eclipse came, a lot of dark energy came in, a lot of frequencies, a lot of entities. It's funny. I find it strange that you got the business entity, and when you talk about some spiritual shit, when you watch one of those scary movies like Ghostbusters or something, they talk about, a spiritual entity just came into this dimension and shit like that. Like I find all that shit kind of funny. That how that shit correlate from the business world even to the esoteric realm. But what do I know, right? I'm just fucking talking. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's real out here. You got to be covered out here in all type of ways, in all type of phases, all type of ways. I'm gonna get ready to share my screen in a minute. I wanted to pull some up on my website. Like I say, peace, love, and light. Shout out to all the righteous women out there, mothers, hers. Yeah, I'm gonna jump on RV Bay, just read a little something. Like I say, shout out to the true matriarchs, man. The women who got that rule or that woman rulership. I respect real women out here who ain't afraid to get back in tune with their culture, go deep into it, get out here, be self-educated, put their mind into certain stuff, or just be open to individuals, men, divine masculine energies out here like like myself out here. Be like, we appreciate y'all being open to us and listening to us when we try to put this information, because that's what we're supposed to do. Women brought me in here to go collect information and bring something back that they could create and do alchemy, the great mother, matter, energy. You think about Aset really run through three houses. I look at her like Aset in the being the great mother in the house of Virgo. Look at her as being Mayat in the house of Libra, and being Isis, the alchemist, in the house of Scorpio. You know what I'm saying? Even though Libra is a masculine house, it doesn't matter. Like, you can correlate a lot of different principles with any house or whatever. But that's just how important this is. Just like the Osiris trait. Osiris could be a Virgo or he could be a Pisces. It's earth, water, it's in harmony with each other. You think about water being the subconscious, and you think about the Osiris being the god of vegetation or rebirth or whatever. You got to plant stuff in the ground for it to come into the light. Like on some icky shit. Great mother scientist, Ninty shit, or whatever. However you want to put it. A lot of that stuff that in those talks, those Anunnaki talks or Anunnaki or whatever, however you want to call it, that shit is true. With some truth in it. It is. It ain't no game. But we ain't gonna jump too deep into that. But respects to the matter, to the mother energy. So we're gonna just jump right into it. Let's pull some pics up. Cause I gotta start making a habit of what I'm gonna talk about. I just already have it pulled up. But yeah, ain't no telling how long it's gonna go. Another thing too, for y'all people out here, young men and women, when y'all start getting in tune with your culture, don't let no motherfucker from no other ethnicity or nationality tell you about no history. Cause I had a motherfucker trying to tell me about this uncle, tell me where it came from. All right, It okay. I understand that, you know, some of y'all people that come from these different cultures, Irish cultures or whatever the fuck, Jewish or whatever, y'all want to say something, but y'all, your motherfucking forefathers took it from our forefathers. Y'all not the originals. You can take it how you want to take it. You ain't gonna do shit or whatever the case may be. You're not gonna do anything. We're not worried about that. My ancestors got me protected, so you can get routed up behind your computer or whatever. You try to do something to me or whatever, or send some voodoo magic to my way. That shit gonna backfire, letting you know. But this shit is true. So when I get into this information, don't never let no, if they not gonna respect the fact and tell y'all that your bloodline is one of the purest bloodlines, you one of the original beings. If they not jumping into that, don't pay no motherfucking mind to what they talking about. By like Bobby Hemmitt say, don't small talk with these Europeans or nobody. Don't small talk with these motherfuckers because they try to come with this small talk like you just done, trying to see what you know. You ain't gotta let a motherfucker know you know nothing. You could just be quiet and just let them think you're dumb. That's the best way to do it. So yeah, don't let nobody tell you no bullshit. Don't small talk with no motherfucker. Don't let nobody, if they ain't gonna tell you, if they ain't gonna tell you about your culture or nothing like that out they mouth, because the Europeans will tell the truth about you and who you are. They will. There's videos out here. There's random people out here, doctors and shit. They don't like what's going on in the system. They spoke out that it came up dead, it came up missing. If you study this shit and you pay attention and you watch, you know as well as I know who it is. You know, these people out here that came up missing, these doctors and certain people and shit like that. A lot of these people secretly though, I'm just gonna be 100%, 1,000, and you have to even just watch certain YouTubers that come out or whatever, because some people they got. I mean, you put the universe put them here. You got some daredevils out here. They gonna jump out here in this movement. I'm looking for some. Yeah, I'm pulling some back up. They jump in this movement. They might take, you know, get down with them, get down with their shit in the private, and automatic as soon as they get down, they start doing the direct opposite of it. But then you got people out here that's getting paid to put certain shit out here too, taking oaths and taking, you know, taking secret contracts. You know, an oath ain't gotta necessarily be like, oh, you cut your finger and you put it in this marker like on John Wick 2. It could just be a contract. Just like police officers gotta take an oath of office. But nobody's aware of this type of information to where you can hold these folks accountable, letting these folks know, like when they pull you over, like, okay, why did you pull me over again? But that stuff take a lot of studying. I'm not trying to get nobody out here trying to buck on the police or nothing like that. You just need to do your certain research, because we're not gonna talk too deeply about that. All right. But anyway, yeah, it's a lot going on out here. It's a lot going on out here. It is a whole lot. Lot. I just want to pull up some pictures of mentioning what I was talking about I ain't gonna pull up my pictures. I'm gonna jump into this little read this little article I got pulled up on RV Bay. Shout out to our Street Bay, man. Shout out to Sid Duke Interiors. Shout out all the ancient Moors, no Drew Ali, CM Bay, C. Freeman L, E. Mealy L, all some of the head people that was around that was righteous, that helped the prophet put the temple together. All right. Shout out to all them people. Shout out to a lot of people, man. Shem Abdullah, I forgot, Mosley Bay. I forgot. I got his name on Moors and Masonry. Let me see. Matter of fact, let me pull it up, because I was reading it the other day. Shout out, like I said, shout out to all the great contributors in this movement, man. Y'all inspired me. I watched a lot of y'all coming up, getting my overstand. And I felt like I wasn't misled when I was watching these people that I'm naming. I appreciate y'all. I'm finna open this PDF just so I can say this dude name right. Cause I watched him on a few videos, man, and they be dropping it. He be dropping it. It's another brother that be with him. What is this brother name? You got these imposter ass people up here in these governments and shit, acting posing like they just real government. We don't need to speak on that. Abdullah El Talib Mosse Bay. Shout out to him. Shout out to him. Cause he made everybody making every contribution. Like I say, shout out to the Moors I know, Mexham Bay, or Amaru Khan. That's what I'm saying. Tori I know, Neil, shout out my man brother Thompson, brother Naku, Man, a lot of people shout out everybody who's stepping righteous in this movement, man. Everybody who got their contributions. Oh, I'm gonna jump into this. Let me see, pull this pick up. Yeah, man, this shit getting real tough. It's getting real serious nowadays, man. But what a lot of stuff that's going on out here, you got to stay grounded. Most certainly. Cause dude, it's getting real out here. Yeah. All right. Here you go, right here. Got that little pick pulled up. Mm-hmm. Dark matter, mother, feminine energy, intuitiveness of the right mind, all that stuff. Dun, 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 dun. Dude. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of shit go down though. It's gonna go down out here. A lot of people finna be bucking. People finna buck the wrong way. This eclipse brought some crazy little energy here. I'm talking about some great. It brought some tough energy in. See images. Mm. The mother energy. I'm chilling, y'all. I'm chilling today, y'all. I'm gonna make sure today when I do this video, I'm gonna make sure I export it. It get exported and it get uploaded the same day I do it. You know, no fucking around. Trying to show y'all. Get y'all some sauce. Nice. I see nowadays. I'm gonna have to start. I'm gonna have to start watching these natal charts and just watching the planet. When you watch the position of these planets, that's like you're reading the stars from below, versus where you can look up. Let's see. Man, I'm coming here playing. I'm recording. I'm just hopping on my video saying no bullshit, bro. Playing this shit while you trying to be funny. Why you trying to be funny and shit? I heard this shit I'm dealing with. That's why you can't do shit everywhere. Cause people like her come in and want to play. Yeah, that's my homegirl. She good people, y'all. Popping this shit. Nah, it's all good though. This what's going on. I ain't got nothing to hide. Giving it to y'all up close and personal. Boom. Man, it's so lame. I'm trying to pull these pics up. I'm trying to get a good one though. Man, we could just use this. Let me see. Boom. Nah, we're not using that one. That's bullshit. Hmm. Nah. I'm just making videos like on some conscious type shit. Hmm. Virgo, the sun and the sun. All right, let me go and pop this screen share off. Pop this screen share off. Yeah, I know I gotta speak on the mother energy because I am a Virgo. You know, me being a masculine Virgo, I gotta speak on the mother energy. Any divine energy born under the any feminine sign. Shout out to all the zodiac signs, but any divine masculine born under the feminine energy. We the ones that gotta make a difference out here. Pop this screen share off. Boom. Yeah, I see they got, let me see, they got this little Virgo picture right here. You know what I'm saying? We talking straight mother energy. That's what we speaking on. Mother energy. The shit that they came up with, the shit that they stole from y'all. See, that's Isis right there with baby Haru in her lap. All right. You can correlate. This is why I say when you understand the different tones of Isis, I said, or whatever, may I, whatever, all that stuff, all them titles is just like principles, you know, bring a certain attribute. They talk about that in the Holy Tablets, and we're gonna jump into that. You got her in this phase right here as you know, being a mother. You know what I'm saying, which correlate with the house of Virgo. That's why y'all seen a Virgo pic pulled up the other day. All right. This how strong Isis energy is. You know what I'm saying? You see, she's standing right there beside Osiris. Look, they got him black on there. I like that pic right there. Oh, I like that one. Finna save him, y'all. I like that pic right there. Save him. Ooh, that got us messed up, y'all. We bringing this science, G. We bringing this science. Original Trinity. Asar, I said Haru. And then, you know, it's funny because Asar and Aset got the AU at the beginning, and you know AU is like the periodic element for gold, kind of. Then you got Haru, He for helium. Man, that shit get real scientific, man. Y'all look deep into this shit. I like this pic right here, though. All right, but anyway, we're gonna go back over here. Let me see if I got some pics pulled up. Yeah, we just gonna save it like that. We'll see what we at downloads. All right, so you seen the pic I was showing with Isis holding Haru. All right, a mother giving birth to a son, sun energy. All right, and then you got her in this phase right here. You got her in this phase of Mayat. All right. Now we just went from Virgo to Libra. See, she got the little watchdog over there. He looking a little. I think that's probably a statue though, with balance. Maya is that's I said too. It's like it's just principles though. You gotta understand the principles. That's Isis. I said Maya. They are the same thing. Like that's what they are. All right. Maya is the goddess of truth, justice, ethics, balance, and harmony. She is always depicted with an ostrich feather either on her head or in her hands, and she sometimes also has wings and a scepter to highlight her divinity and power. Shu also wears an ostrich feather. Shu, the Egyptian deity, the god of the wind and stuff like that. And it's funny that they say that because you understand the house of Libra. That is the air element of Libra is air. All right. That is the element of that. So that's super important. All right. So now we got her in that phase. Now we get to talking about magic. We understand. Let me see. We understand. Pull this little pick up right here. Isis, same thing. They made this pick all small. That's so lame. But look, all right. It's like for my women who be with the shit. You know, you do your crystals, you charge your crystals up. When it's a full moon, you got your water up under there. All right, you get her into this phase. You get to understanding her from the standpoint of being the power behind a man's rebirth when a man is falling apart. That's why they got that pick when they say when a SAR fell apart, it was a set who put back together. All right. When you get too far in your left brain, you need to go back to the right side, which is the feminine energy. You got to find that balance. All right. All right. This is what this stuff is about. Restoring your conscious. You lost out here. You know what I'm saying? When a man find a righteous woman, she just took him up on the mothership. All right, so many ways. This stuff is mental. It's just like when you be chilling with a woman and she got a good vibe, that you know that the vibe she giving you is like a mothership vibe because she got your mind on, like you don't even be thinking about nothing else what's going on. When you on the ship and you out of space, you ain't fucked about what's going on Earth because your mind's somewhere else. Physically, they physically show that stuff, but all that shit is just like it's like it's like it gives you like a representation or it's like a correlation of that. All right. So she can correlate into multiple houses, like most certainly. That's what like she most definitely go from Virgo to the Libra to the Isis to the house of Scorpio. All right. I thought I had this pick pulled up, but I didn't. Thought I had this one pick pulled up. It's probably pulled up over here. Let me see. I got it right here. All right. So I'm gonna break this down how I want to. All right. You got May I. All right. Now let's look at it from a planetary standpoint. Move. All right. Move. This is why all this stuff correlate together. This is gonna always be one of my favorite go-to picks. You can study this shit off a pick and have some degrees up on the average person. You don't always have to read no books and stuff like that. Now when you get to getting deep like into the like shout out RB baby, you getting deep into the standpoint of like understanding what point of the seasons, like the seasons has to do with the point of where the planet is, the axis, how it's tilted a certain way, things of that nature, degrees. If I'm not mistaken, like longitude, latitude type of thing. I'm gonna do a video on straight astrology, like getting deep into like the physics of it. Based off those books that I got from RV Bay. That's why I just tried to shout them out. The zodiacal view and how to interpret your natal chart. All right. So back to what I was saying. Virgo version. You think of that, you know, that's Isis or I said the great birth or whatever. But when you understand the mother energy, this is why Virgos and Cancers probably got a good compatibility because they're mother energy. You know what I'm saying? If you like a Virgo male with a Cancer female or a Cancer male with a Virgo female, this is why. You know what I'm saying? Because if a man has a good woman or a good mama to raise him right, because we come from the body of a woman, all right, then he's gonna long for that and look for that in a woman as he get older. All this shit is astrological in nature. It's just they take our mind away from it and try to make it not seem important. All right. But anyway, go back. Venus, all right, Taurus and Libra. Mercury is going in retrograde in the house of Taurus. All right. So planet of pleasure, romance, love, femininity, beauty, art, the Venusian energy, all right, correlates with the house of Libra, Mayat, once again, all right, air sign, mental, okay, like you got, like I said, the Egyptian deity Shu, all right, Pluto, Scorpio, planet of power, transformation, obsession, alchemy, healing, life, and death, all right. If technically, if you want to be technical, I said put a SAR bet together using some type of alchemy. So I just wanted to elaborate on that. Then like just the mother energy, the dark matter. The dark matter is an energy that creates. Anytime you got something that's creating and reproducing, that's feminine energy. All right. Always feminine energy. And this is why all this stuff is important. This is what being a moral scientist is all about. Is looking at this stuff, breaking this stuff down, putting all this stuff on the table and comparing it. All right. I'm gonna read this little article. All right, return of the let me see. All hail the great Moabite Moorish woman. All right, and then just speaking on like back to the virgin birth, like Mary having a virgin birth. All right, then I'm gonna jump into that article. The thing about her having a virgin birth and all that stuff is just the point that if I'm not mistaken, let me see some Mother's Day. We know it's Mother's Day. We know what it is. What's up, my guy? Yes, sir. Everything good? Going on? Man, on this record, man, getting busy, getting with it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Man, I was putting the playing earlier, man.
Yeah. Tripping. Having physical. Yeah, he gone. His mind gone, bro. That what I be saying. A lot of them, they don't just be tripping like that. That's what I be trying to tell for. They putting that shit out here in these streets, and then motherfucker be trying to act like they don't know why people be acting like that. Like, cause your motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah. That's all. Yeah. He just tripping, bro. I've been knowing dude been tweaked out. Mm-hmm. See, and dragging it. So they trying to make that shit seem like this. So you can't really find out everything on this motherfucking internet on this Google shit. But long story short, long story short, goddamn me, the woman was able to get pregnant from sunlight, shit like that. So it's just like one of them situations that had happened. That's what that Bible really be talking about. That's why I be saying this shit be astrological in nature. Don't nobody want to break that shit down. That shit that they be talking about in church on the Bible and all that type of shit. That's how that shit be going. But yeah, let me pull this back up. Pull it back up to return to the nature. I was trying to pull that shit up to break down that virgin birth that they was talking about in the Bible. They were trying to say she became pregnant or she got struck, but it was some astrological shit that really came behind it. So, all right, boom. This what all this stuff about though. All this energies that's going on. We was in the age of Pisces. And then when you think about the age of Pisces, right? Like I was just showing the astrology pic. When you think about the age of Pisces, see, they showing all lit. I'm trying to pull up that pic. They don't ever want to show. Let me see. I gotta open it back up. When you think about the age of Pisces, I'm gonna have to edit this video. That's why I'm kind of slowing up. Shit just be coming up out of nowhere. Pisces, illusions, spiritualities, oneness, addictions. All right, we was in this age right here. So think about a lot of stuff that was going on. Illusion, delusion, all the years that people was not looking into information, not educating themselves, not separating themselves, things of that nature, not putting their mind, not sitting up there trying to exercise their intellect, logic, perception, thinking, because you were so stuck in this Saturnian type energy. They was limiting you, trying to rule you with time, authority, shit like that. It's like all this stuff is planetary in nature. Like if you don't think this shit not planetary, then you crazy. But now we're in the age of Uranus, and this is what all this stuff is about. Me speaking on this on this mother energy, bringing the great mother energy in. It's funny that they got that 913 on there. It's kind of deep because I'm like, they play Virgo like it's the ninth house, but it's actually the house of Sagittarius. But that 13, so there's some heavy numerology right there because my life path is 4. When you add that, that's what they equal. All right. Matriarchy, a state of stage or a social evolution which descent is reckoned only in the female line. All children belonging to mother's clan. Such a system increases the mother's social and political importance, making her the head of the family and the guardian of religious rights and traditions. Hence, when many writers matriarchy Matriarchy means not only descent reckoned through the female line called uterine descent or cognation, but also rulership by woman. Others, however, discriminate the rights and customs characteristic of the uterine descent as mother right adaptation of G, uh, mother maternal or something like that from the political or domestic supremacy of a woman known as genocracy or genocracy, rulership by women, or metrocracy, rulership by mothers. Matriarchy in the narrow sense that is mother right is found among primitive peoples, whether it is existence in a broader sense is disputed. Nature is a matriarch. Divine law, God's law, and nature's law are synonymous. All right. Patriarch and patriarch is a foreign concept, not in line with that of the spiritual dominion, but in line with that of domination. All right, civilization and civilization principles are based in nature of matriarch. As aboriginal and indigenous beings, you are lineal descendants of mothers or fathers. All right, of civilization principles, meaning you cannot exist in any other way than that which is of your descent nature, as you are a lineal heir with rights by birth to your ancestral estate and obligations therein. All right. Pretty much let you know that everybody comes through a woman, through their body. So it's like if you got a brother and sister, they might mentally take on a perception of they, like if you're a boy, you might take on the perception of your dad. If you're a woman, you might take on the perception of your mama. But body wise, like the stuff that y'all like to do, you see what I'm saying? You might actually sit up there and move the same way that your mama move, or if your mama be turned up when she get listen to music and dance and stuff. As a female, you might do the same thing your mama do. As a dude, you might turn up, but you might do it in some masculine shit, like on some Sada baby shit, get the jig or something like that. That's just how it goes. Like I see my mama out in my natal chart. Like I'm a Virgo in the house of Sagittarius. I got a Sagittarius ascendant, and my mama was Sagittarius, and I got a lot of her ways, and I don't look at it, but it's just like the ways of your body. You see what I'm saying? Or your flesh, or your ship. That's how it goes. So that's why all this stuff is important. Understanding why masculine and feminine energy together is important. Kevin Samuels just passed due to speaking on feminism and shit like that, and the Zionism and all them hidden things that they doing, trying to destroy this type of knowledge. But fuck all that. We can't be doing that. We can't. People need to know what's up. You need to get back in tune with your nature. And y'all need to. We need to liberate. We culturally, mentally, and spiritually, we need to liberate from the system. All right. I don't know how many times I gotta keep saying it. But this, like, just understanding all this stuff, man. Like, this shit is important. All right. The importance of matter energy, the mother energy, why the feminine energy is important, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't run away from that. All right. You got the left brain, you got the right brain. The left brain is masculine, external. The right brain is internal. You know what I'm saying? Feminine. All right. You got to understand all that. That's the science of that. When you know that, then you can put all that together. In the beginning, there was darkness. Say, let there be light. Okay, well, do we want to put that in the standpoint to where, in the beginning, it was a lot of feminine energy, and the feminine energy said she needed another being to balance her out. So she created masculine energy, brought light, sent the masculine energy out there to collect and do physical work and things of that nature. I mean, is it a science behind it? That's how I look at the Bible when I read it, because I understand astrology. So when you understand astrology, you can look at a lot of different stuff from a lot of different ways. Like, this stuff is important. All right. I like this little picture right here because I got this from RV Bay too. Like, I read it. Son, giver of life, father, pater, paternity, or whatever, pater of the solar system, giver of life. All right. You think about a masculine energy, left brain, son, That's what I'm saying. Let me pull this pick up. Let me pull this pick up. Let me see where it's at. It's on here somewhere. I got it on here. Where they pick it? Yeah, this type of shit you gotta know. This shit is all signs. This is why you gotta get pay homage to Noble Dry Leaf for bringing the more science temple together. Because we're a group of individuals who understand the science of this nature and how deep it is and why we correlate with it and why we need to come up with some type of group or organization, how to move out here when we're in the public, sell your ship on the public, in the public world or the corporate world. That's why I mentioned the religious corporation acts in my last video. All this shit you need to know. It's simple. And then you can understand why it's now you gotta start understanding. The more you understand this stuff right here deep like that, the science and things of that nature, you'll start to understand why needing to claim your nationality and all that type of stuff. Or well, let's not just say much so nationality, but status correction. Even though they low key both saying when you correcting your nationality, you correcting your status. I mean, that's what I'd assume. I mean, I think that's what you're doing. It makes sense to me. I mean, I'm just trying to simplify this stuff and make it make sense. All right. I'm trying to pull up that left brain, right brain pick. What is this important for us to notice? It cannot be over here. Yeah, we go back over here. Some documents. I think I got the list. I think it's in here. It gotta be in here, bro. I put that pic somewhere. I seen it. It's crazy. I like when you're not looking for something, it be all in your face, right? And then as soon as you get to looking for it, it's like it disappears, or it's like cloaking itself or something. Maybe I'm looking too fast, but I'm like, I can't be looking too fast, but maybe I am. I ain't gonna boom, stop playing. Fucking playing with me. All right. Let's compare this. All right. You got this right here. Look at it. Look at it. Look. Check it out. Just look at the pic. All right. Why we got so many problems? Why do we got so many problems in society? Like, I'm gonna let y'all answer that. Why we got so many problems in society? Why? Why? Why we got so many problems in society? Because people what? I mean, what? What's the problems? What's the problem we got? Hermetic or hermetric? Like I like to say, what's the problem though? Why are people like getting out of whack? Why most? What is it? What's the problem with people? I'm gonna tell you what the problem is with people. And this here right here in the Circle 7 Quran. He got a whole chapter about, he got chapters for everything. This Circle 7 is the law. You can make this your law. Know thyself. That's that. If anybody who read the Circle 7 Quran, you know what chapter I'm finna go to, or why people lacking. Why people can't understand the science. And then you get to wondering why when the prophet brought all this information, why after he passed, they tried to banish it. Insufficiency of knowledge. This is the fucking problem. It's right here in the Circle 7 Quran. All right. If there, what's this chapter 43? All right. If there is anything lovely, if there is anything desirable, if there is anything within the reach of a man that is worthy of praise, is it not knowledge? And yet, who is it that attained it? The statesman proclaimed that he had it. The ruler of people claiming the praise of it, but finding the subject that he possessed it. Evil is not requited to man, neither can vice be necessary to be tolerated. Yet how many evils are committed by the connivance of laws? All right, he took a shot at this bullshit corporate system, this matrix shit that they came up. If you got to understand this shit, even when you read it, how could you use this against what's going on in the world today? How many crimes committed by the decree of the council? All right, it's your fucking system. Be wise, oh ruler, and learn, oh, that you are to command the nations. One crime authorized by thee is worse than the escape of 10 from punishment. All right. When people are not numerous, when thy sons increase about thy table, sendest thou them not out to slay the innocent and to fall before the sword of him whom they have not offended. All right, let me read that again. It say, when the people are numerous, when thy sons increase about your table, sendest you them out not to slay the innocent and to file before the song who they have not offended. If the objects of their desire demanded the lives of thousands, say not, I will have it. Surely, and you forget that he created you. I also created thieves, and that their blood is as rich as yours. All right. Say of you that justice cannot be executed without wrong. Surely thine own words condemn thee. Though who flatter with false hopes the criminal that he may confess his guilt art not unto him unto a criminal, or are you guiltless because he cannot punish it? When you command us to torture him, whom to know is suspected of ill, there, thou to remember, and thou mayest rack the innocent. Is thy purpose answered by the event? Is thy soul satisfied with his confession? Pain will enforce him to say what is not as easy as what is, and anguish has caused innocence to accuse herself. All right, that you may have not killed him without cause, that you do worse to kill him, that you may prove if he guilty, destroy of him innocent. I'm gonna say what it say. That you may prove him when you destroy him innocent. Oh, blindness to all truth of the insufficient of wisdom of the wise. Know when your judge shall be at the account for this, you shall wish 10,000 guilty to have gone free, rather than one innocent to stand forth against thee. All right. Insufficient as you are to the maintenance of justice, how shall you arrive at the knowledge of truth? How shall you ascend to the footstep of her throne? Say her throne, wisdom. How shall you ascend to her throne? You see what it's saying now. How should you ascend to her throne? As the owl is blinded by the radiance of the sun, so shall the brightness of her countenance dazzle thee and thy approaches. If you would mount onto her throne first, he's talking about wisdom now. The right brain is wisdom, the left brain is knowledge. All right. And the child born is understanding with knowledge and wisdom combined, masculine and feminine. Okay. If you would mount onto a throne, first bow yourself at her footstool. If you was as risers at the knowledge of her, first inform thyself of your own ignorance. Your own ignorance. Are you aware of that? Are you? Can you acknowledge that? Can you admire your own ignorance? Can you accept that you got ignorant ways? Can you be accountable for it? 4A's, like one of the last video. All right. More worth is she than pearls. Therefore, seek her carefully, the emerald and the sapphire and the ruby that are as dirt beneath her feet. Therefore, pursue her manfully. The way to her is labor. Attention is the pilot that must conduct thee in her port. But we're not on the way when our for when our arrived at her, the toil shall be for thee for pleasure. Say not unto yourself, behold, the truth breed of hatred, and I will avoid it. Dissimulation, raise of friends, and I will follow it. Are not enemies made by truth better than friends obtained by flattery? Naturally, do man desire the truth, yet when it is before him, he will not apprehend it. And if it force it upon to set him, if it force itself upon him, he is not offended at it. All right. The fault is not in truth, for that is admirable, but the weakness of a man beareth not his splendor. All right. Would you see thine insufficiency? Would you see thine insufficiency more plainly? You had thy devotions. To what end was religious instituted, but to teach thee thine infirmities, to remind thee of thy weakness, to show thee that from heaven alone are you to hope for good? Do it not remind thee that you are dust? Do it not tell thee that you are ashes? And behold, repentance is not frailty. When you give an oath, when you swear, you will not deceive. Behold, it spreads shame upon face and upon the face of him who that receive it. Learn to be just and repentance may be forgotten. Learn to be honest and oaths are unnecessary. This is some deep shit. Learn to be honest and oaths are unnecessary. All right. This is why when you do your paperwork, you say, I squarely, I so and so squarely do affirm on the truth or whatever your principles is. Why it's important. The shorter follies, the shorter follies are, the better. Say not therefore to yourself, I will not play fool by halves. He that hears his own faults with patience shall reprove another with boldness. He who hears his own faults with patience shall reprove another with boldness. Just say he who hears his own faults pretty much mean who a person who acknowledges that they got wrong ways. All right, you're gonna be quick to help correct the next person because you've been there. All right. He that give denial with reason shall suffer a repulse of moderation. People who deny shit that's obvious. There's I did some fucked up shit to so and so. I don't know where my karma is happening. So I'm just gonna deny it and give a reason for my bullshit. Nah, we're not doing it. And this all this is based off the laws of nature. All this stuff is esoteric. All these laws right here. When you get deep into this stuff, you get to seeing why it's all important. All right, if you are suspected, answer with freedom. Whom should suspicion affright except the guilty? All right. On this phone. I'm gonna do some edit on this video. The tender of the heart is turned from his purpose by supplication. The proud is rendered more obstinate by entreaty. The sense of thine is sufficient command of thee to hear, but to be just, you must hear without your passions. All right. I said all that to say, like, damn, SK, why you jumping to that? I call myself SK. So crazy, but Shoe No Ton has the letters SK. So I took those letters specifically and I put them on some positive shit. And I don't know weird shit. And I don't know self-destructive shit. I took something that I came out of without an ego and whatever and made it some positive. So I call myself SK. So y'all we'll hear that slip out. But so crazy is SK. It's Shoe No Ton is SK. It's no difference. It's all some free spiritual shit. But I also said all this that I read, all this while we let. I put that on the shirt. That's cool. But I said all this to say, I pulled up all this. I went to the Circle 7 Quran, in that Circle 7. Y'all think that Circle 7 they got, if you want to find out why shit going on, go look at the Circle 7, all right? But this is the reason why people can't. This is why people tripping in society. Because don't nobody want to take their time out to understand these principles and this knowledge and look up this motherfucking information. All you gotta do is just take the time and do it. All right. This shit is serious. This correlate with a lot. All right. Like, if you don't think it don't, like, and I'm gonna pull my natal chart up. I'm gonna pull up a natal, I'm gonna pull my natal chart up, all right, and get this and give some flex to this. Left brain, pattern perception, detail oriented, reality based, sequential, analytical, practical, cautious, rational, plan, stability, orderly, control, logic. Right brain, emotional intelligence, social intelligence, holistic thinking, compassion, imagination, judgment, perception, risk taking, reasoning, creativity, synthesis, empathy, intuition. Find balance within yourself. This is important. This is important. If you can look up all these religions, all this Christianity, all the colonialism or colonization, all this shit that they came in, they was on all this right here. They weren't thinking nothing else, didn't give a fuck. Just straight this, left, men rule, men rule, men rule, men rule, men rule. That's why you see these fucking shriners out here. They got these little sword, they got their sword over the moon and the star. You don't see that? They got this sword. That's some punk shit. Period. They know it. Well, fuck how they feel about it. This shit real. All right. This is why I always go back to this picture right here. If you don't think that, if you don't understand why they got that over their head, their sword specifically is over the moon. All right. And you wonder why so many of our women come up missing. They coming up parts missing, organs missing. They attacking our women full hearted like they act like our women Amazon women or something like our motherfucking women out here 7 feet tall and stepping on them. That's how they treating us. What is this? What's I say? Mother. It's all in the science, bro. Dark matter. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Matters Day. Happy Mater Day. Move. More. Move. However you want to put it. You can look at them double O's as owl eyes. You can see the owl, or you can spell more with a W. With like look at them like magnetic energies, a magnetic pull. The right brain is all seeing at all times because it represents the subconscious. That's why I correlate with the house of Pisces. Take it how you want. And you gotta also think, I just came to Virgo and Pisces is in the mutable family. Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, they're in the mutable family. They are mute. So that's why I say, like, yeah, Isis can mutate into she transformed into May out in the house into a masculine principle of justice or whatever. She transformed into May out in the house of Libra. Then she also mutated back into a fixed house of Scorpio. So you notice how the houses they have like they're called a fixed sign. Like when something is fucked up, they're the ones that try to fix shit, like Leos, Scorpios, Taurus, Scorpios, Leos, Aquariuses, fixed, the fixing. I don't know, make it make sense. But yeah, this shit is important. All right. You think about the right mind, you think about dark matter, the raw dark matter, the right super intuitiveness, the all-knowing, the he slash see who remains after everything in creation. If everything in creation was to self-destruct, it's gonna be feminine energy here. And the moment you see a light start moving and collecting stuff or whatever, that's your masculine energy. All right. So we always got to go back to this. All right. We always got to go back to it. If you like, we got to. All right. So yeah, that's why I pulled it up. But this is why people need to understand this stuff. This is just simple stuff, simple sign. All right. Like they got the pater of paternity. You know what I'm saying? Paternity, father, son. You got the moon. All right. So what's going on around here? All this stuff is important. All this stuff correlates. And people need to know this. People just need to know this. Like, we gotta quit being so insufficient in knowledge. That's what people need to do in these times. I hear all this bullshit that's going on. They be talking about some shit. But anyway, dark matter. This is why they put Lucy on that movie. That movie Lucy with the chick that played Scarlett Johansson, I think that's her name. That motherfucker. I don't look here. I don't be trying to intermingle, but she is a cute looking ass European lady. She I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I can compliment her. She look good. She got facial features is hidden in the right place. Even though I know most of these motherfuckers be down with that bullshit, I'm still gonna say it though. She don't look better than no black woman. And of course that y'all know that. I ain't gonna never put them over us, but she do look good though. But she played in that movie for a reason. They was trying to let y'all know what was going on, getting in tune with that dark matter. All right, Mercury retrograde. Let's read about it. All right, it's gonna cause some chaos going on in the feminine house. Feminine energy is chaos. The left brain is order. Let's go right back to this pit. All right, control, orderly. All right, it ain't gonna say chaos over here, but out of emotion, when woman get too emotional and she get off track, get pissed, risk taking. When a woman get pissed off, she'll take her. She don't give a fuck what risk she taking. She get mad. She don't give a damn if she gonna wreck something, wreck the car. She gonna act like ain't nothing happening, whatever. When they get pushed to that point. All right. So let's just look at risk taking as chaos. Because when you being chaotic, you taking the risk of fucking up everything around you or fucking up this operation because you're doing some shit based off emotion, energy, and motion. Okay. So let's speak on this. There might be a lot of uncertainties in this world, but there's one thing we know for sure. Mercury retrograde is here on May 10th. Mercury will begin its backward dance in the playful sign of Gemini. And then move into, okay, so it's going backwards. Okay, I have to catch on why I was saying that. All the way, let's be throwing our technology, travel, communications out of whack until June 3rd. When it turns direct, it's quite the ride, but it's nothing we can't handle. Mercury retrogrades are a bit ordinary. Normally, the planet would stay in one sign during this backwards then, but this year, all four Mercury retrogrades are spending their time in two different zodiac signs. The first retrograde of 2022 started January 15th and spent time in Aquarius and Capricorn. This one will hang out in both Gemini and Taurus. Funny that they both funny that these retrogrades happen in Earth to air sign. We're not going to sugarcoat it for you. This particular retrograde is going to be a little rocky, mainly due because of in the middle of the eclipse season. See, let me see. Narayana Matu for senior astrology for astrology.com, author of the moon signs, unlock your inner luminary balance, said this transit carries a very Pacific astral imprint. All these events overlap can make us feel quite ungrounded and nervous. And a lot of people are acting like that. That's why I'm making these videos, tell y'all to stay grounded. Don't be fooled by the bullshit that you finna see and the shit that they gonna put out on TV. Well, I'm telling y'all, stay grounded, raise your crystal, meditate, all that. Being that it starts in Gemini, heads back in the Taurus, we are understanding that we can hurt, heal, love, and cut with a single phrase. Therefore, it is important to understand that we should be kind with the way we choose to express ourselves in order to keep the relationship going smoothly. To do this, don't make any assumptions about a person or a situation until you know all the facts. Stardust warns us that it all can cause detrimental harm to partnerships if you make false judgments. And I can do this sometimes, being, having that Aquarius moon sign jumping off the gun and shit. While Mercury is in retrograde in Gemini from May 10th to 22nd, even this cover, astrology and nebula says that taking care of our mental health will be top priority. It always is, of course, but try to add and let those 12 days be filled with the brim self-care. It is best if we make our time to meditate, practice yoga, find ways to calm our minds down and gain clarity and thought. She says, otherwise, this transit could be very overwhelming, especially for Gemini and Virgo, since Mercury is the ruler planet of these signs. All right. So, got this said. All right. Mercury enjoys being in Gemini. Montufa says that this is more positive half of the retrograde, since it will be the process of reorientation as we go through profound change. The vibe shifts when Mercury enters Taurus on May 22nd compared to Gemini. The sign of the bull is more stubborn, diplomatic, and inclined to indulge. Many of us might feel an increased desire to take things slow and loosen up. However, if your schedule is overflowing, this kind of behavior can only add stress and tension, especially for the Sagittarius and Leo, since Mercury retrograde impacts their job or career. What they saying over here? Okay. Oh, the houses. Remember those houses? That's why I be telling you about these houses. What did it say? Leo. Let's see what it's telling me. All right. Sagittarius and Leo. If they have, anyway, I just had to go look at the position of the houses and what they was talking about. Okay. Taurus and job and career. Well, they say that anyway. Mercury doesn't necessarily like being in Taurus, since the planet often wants to go, while the sign is all about feeling slow. We feel the urge to take our time and chill out because the retrograde motion of the planet of communication, this energy could be to our detriment. While it's important to let yourself rest, we know that the burnout is real. Keep yourself aware of when leisure becomes laziness. While the transit in Taurus, Mercury will be locked in a close square with Saturn in Aquarius, and they kind of rule that to a lower extent. We'll translate it to limitations and challenging situations with authority figures. Now it's time for us to focus our energy on discerning what is useful to us and what is not. Since Saturn is the planet of time, the work and mental energy we invest now will be worth it in the long run, she says. This very same square happened on April 24, 2021. Leslie Hill, psychic astrology at King.com, advised to look back at this date as things and event situations tend to repeat themselves. This will be a serious 2-week period, and many of us will have to plug along, she says, but there's room for us to accomplish a great deal if we can use our analytical abilities to diffuse any negative thoughts. There are plenty of things we shouldn't do during the Mercury retrogrades. Start new projects, buy pricey items, sign contracts, you get the picture. It is time to have a clean out the closets, both literally and metaphorically. Clown ass niggas riding all that motherfucking sound, just banging they fucking ears out, just ain't listening to shit. It is time, however, to clean up, wrap up old projects and reconsider what we are doing where we are going. Hell says Mercury. Okay, so I know what I need to do. I need to have that on. Yeah. All right, when Mercury retrogrades occur, we often uncover new information we need to move forward in the most competent manner. Although scary Mercury retrogrades are just one part of the larger astrological cycle, Mercury retrograde always marks a time of deep introspection when the universe asks us to slow down. If we hear our call to dive into deep reflection, the retrograde of Mercury can help us ground and reconnect to us in the time we need it the most. Tough, yes, unbearable, not so much. And it kind of makes sense to people. Like I got certain people who lady friends, I know they be into the tarot reads and stuff, and it kind of makes sense what they saying in these reads and how I correlate with this astrological, with this astrology and stuff like that. It kind of also makes sense, like to why everybody's saying the same thing. That's why I'm telling y'all too, because Mercury deals with your mental, you know what I'm saying? So all this stuff makes sense though. It all makes sense. It's I'm gonna jump off there. It makes sense. It make a hell of a sense. Okay. In fact, just close that down. First, we get to my shit. All right. So yeah, I'm probably gonna title this video some correlating with this energy or whatever. But yeah, man, it's a lot going on out here. People gotta stay tuned, stay hip with certain stuff. I'm finna jump now into a little sick. I'm finna jump into these tabs, man. I gotta jump on these tabs for sure. Cause I always, like I say, man, I came up with this 720 degrees of overstanding. And this ain't gonna be part of this series though. This gonna start like another little series. I might name this one. I'm gonna come up with a title for it, but it's gonna be connected to Mother's Day though. Mm-hmm. Sitting up here at McDonald's. Let me see, everybody, people coming in, shit starting to cool out. All right. Shout out to Dr. Malachi York, man, because I don't know what he tapped into them. He tapped into something. He tapped into the Makashas, man. Because this shit here just make a lot of sense. It make a lot of sense. It's make a whole lot of sense. I'm not even gonna screen share probably just so much, but Noah Drew Ali, I ain't gonna screen share. Fuck that. Noah Drew Ali, he mentioned a lot of great people. He mentioned a lot of great people in these tablets. But I do kind of see where he kind of reworded some shit too. I'm just gonna keep it 1,000. He did kind of reworded some stuff in the circle 7. We really don't matter because he's saying the same thing. For people who try to make that shit such a big deal. Let me see. And then you go over to the cycle 7. Let me go back because I went to the insufficiency. I got to go back to where I was reading that same chapter that he reading out of. No, that's yeah, man. Yeah, social do this right here. What do you say? And it ain't even that long. All right. Magistrate and subject. Message to the young men. Being all the instructions for thy children. Young men. All right. Let's see, it is the only who endowed. Placed you on planet key. He mentioned a lot of different chapters up in here too. Let me go back. It's gonna bust it down. No, it's not. It's not trying to tell me. It's almost like he kind of took the circle 7 and he added his own words with it on the cool to kind of break it down. It's kind of like he was taking stuff from certain scriptures and he was breaking it all the way down to how it could have really been said. I'm still finna read up out of it though, because I just had to sit up here and look at it. Had to look at it or whatever. I had to just really sit up here and read it while I'm reading back to back from the Circle 7 Quran. But we gonna read into it though. All right. We most definitely gonna read into it because I had to just sit up here and just look like, hold on. There's some personal stuff. We had some talk. It was me and a few other brothers. I ain't gonna mention their name in the conversation, but if they see this video, they know what we was talking about. And somebody was trying to just, trying to say some shit about Dr. York or whatever. Or some little negative shit. And I want to speak on this. All right. You got these people that come out here, they talk about this Anunnaki stuff and all that, right? And they don't be talking about one of the first people who brought this to the forefront, which was Dr. Malachi York. Now, there might have been other people before him who mentioned that, but he was one of the first people that brought that forth and compared it and linked everything together. It's not by chance that he just mysteriously locked up. Because young Pharaoh was out here talking about, oh yeah, the universe is 76 trillion years old, whatever the case may be. But it's like, how you gonna mention all that and not honor Dr. Malachi York, and then you get to talking down about him pulling up the document that they had, the false accusation that they had of like, these people can't type this shit up. You know what I'm saying? But that's what people do out here. Why I tell folks, do your own motherfucking research. Because when you do your research, you can off the rip understand where the fuck somebody got the information from. Because when I was watching the video and I seen the title of it, it was like, okay, so you talking down about Dr. York and you talking about some shit that he already had mentioned in the holy tablets. And now years later, it's coming out that you're a fucking agent. Make this shit make sense, bro. But anyway, let's jump into it though. I'm sharing my screen. Shit, let's jump into it. All right. File view. Urgency view. I'm gonna put this bad boy in read mode. All right. Put my screen over here. In fact, stop my video. All right. We just gonna read. All right. This is what this say. This chapter 2, tablet 1. So he got it in chapters, but each tablet would kind of be like a subsection or whatever. In a way, kind of like when you read law, you got subsection this. In a way, but again, I'll ask and thinking about using the all. All right, we understand that the universe is part of the all. We understand all that. All right. Oh, always important for you to receive this communication because of the misconceptions that you have been embedded. Hold on. Excuse me, I burp. All right. We start off low. Always important for you to receive this communication because of the misconceptions that have been embedded in you for thousands of years that must be eliminated. You must change your thought patterns. All right. Listen to me, my children. Accept only the facts, and it will lead you if you are worthy. We have had in our midst some great teachers such as Deuce Ali of Nubia, teacher of these teachers. He followed the teachers of Ansarullah of Sudan, Northeast Africa. He was under the teachers of the great Muhammad Ahmad Ali Ahmadi of Sudan, Nobadra Ali, teacher of the Moorish American Moabites, was taught by Duze Ali. Nobadra Ali came from Cherokee, North Carolina, in America. All right. You can't nobody like, how could you sit up here even try to talk about Dr. York when he on some 360 shit and comparing everything together? He put everything in a 360 standpoint. Like, come on now. Like, if you can't, like, boy, fuck y'all. Anyway, but we're young, okay. Where is one of our teachers? Nova Drali, warning for all young men. Now, he put some stuff up in here from the Circle 7 Quran. He putting this stuff up in here. All right, beware, young man, beware of all allurements of wantonness, and let not the heart attempt you to access and her delights. The madness of desire shall defeat his own pursuits from the blindness of his rage. You shall rush up on self-destruction. All right, bro. Therefore, give not up to your therefore give not up your heart to her sweet enticements, neither suffer your soul to be enslaved by her enchanting delusions. All right, that Pisces shit. Suffer thy soul to be enslaved by her enchanted delusions. The fountain of health, which must supply the stream of pleasure, shall quickly be dried up, and every spring of joy shall be exhausted. In the prime of thy life, old age shall overtake thee, the sun shall decline in the morning of your day. But when virtue of modesty enlighten her charms, the luster of her beautiful woman is brighter than the stars of heaven, and the influence of her power is vain to resist. The whiteness of her bosom transcended the lily. Her smile is more delicious than a rose of gardens. The innocence of her eyes is like that of the turtle. Simplicity and truth dwell in her heart. Simplicity and truth dwell in her heart. The kisses of her mouth are sweeter than honey. The scents from the perfume of Arabia breathe from her lips. Shut not your balsam to the tenderness of love. The purity of all its flame shall enable thy heart and soften it to receive the fairest impressions. All right. Now he's speaking out the Circle 7. Now I read this a little bit, social duties, and I went back and I kind of read it about I read it from the Circle 7, and I can see what he added words, but we're not gonna just so speak on it because you know you can go back and do your own discernment or whatever. But yeah, so okay, so when you consider your wants, when you behold of your imperfections, acknowledge his goodness and remember his mercy. O children of the the Allahum, Anunnaki, the Owl, or whatever, who honored thee with the nobility as a member of humanity, who endowed you with speech and placed you in society to receive and confer reciprocal helps and mutual obligations, protection from injuries, the enjoyments of the comforts of pleasures of life. All these you owe to the assistance of others and could not enjoy, but in the bands of society. Is the Allahum Anunnaki who endowed. Now he started showing pictures of this. When he got to showing pictures, this how I know that this man was some type of fucking truth. You can't, because he's showing pictures of shit. He's showing pictures of who these teachers is. Duce Ali, Nova Drew Ali. Shout out to what's this video I was watching, Brother Yosef. He was talking about how this new energy that's coming in is going to bring back this tribal and indigenous energy. All right, we need women that got this tribal indigenous mentality. We need that energy back on this planet because low key, if you want to put a perspective on it, men can get the knowledge, but men got to come to the woman to get the wisdom how to apply it. You see what I'm saying? And That's why they're attacking our women. This is why this feminism shit is a big fucking, it's some bullshit. Because the simple fact is that they trying to keep our women trapped in them lower three chakras that I mentioned, in orange, yellow, red, and not, they trying to have it to where these women not in tune with their motherfucking culture. So this is why this shit is important. All right. To have some wise women. All right. So it is the Anunnaki, who it is the Allahum. I'm just gonna say the Anunnaki. It is the Anunnaki who endowed you with speech, ability to see and touch. For without these, you would have no perception of the greatness of the Most High El. Then placed you on the planet Earth, key to give and receive from others in war, equal in assistance to each one. It is He, I knew, the heavenly one, who is in the head of the Allahum and gives the protection and guidance from injuries. All these you owe to the assistance of others, and you cannot enjoy it in the bosom of the Most High, Elion, Oleon, El, with the Al, El, Kanun. All right. Don't get so caught up when he's saying he, for you people that be like, oh, well, God is a woman or whatever. We just talking, look at it from a perspective or an aspect of a masculine perception. Don't get so caught up in all that. All right. It is your duty as the child of the Allahum, therefore, to be friend to humanity. It is your interest that humanity should be friendly to you. All right. Now, notice this. Since everybody talk about, hold on. Notice this. When you read stuff, any religion, and they get to saying that it is your duty to do this, that is a trust. All right. That is a trust. Think about that, y'all. Everybody talk about trust. It's trust all through the Bible or whatever. All right. But anyway, it is your duty as the child of the Elohim, therefore, to be a friend to humanity. And it is thy interest that humanity should be friendly to you. All right. It is the rose that bread of sweetness from his own nature, so heart of a benevolent being produces agreeable works, because the inner voice has concern for all and not just yourself. The benevolent enjoys the order and tranquility of his own breast and rejoices in the happiness and the prosperity of his fellow brethren, which means he too can prosper. The benevolent opens not his ear to slander the faults and failings of the men. Unushite, forgiveful being, gives pain to his heart, being a part of the all. Thus we are all one family. And if I hurt you, then I hurt myself. His desire is to do benevolence and reach out to the occasion thereof and removing the difficulty of another. Like I say, simplifying it. He relieveth himself. From the depth of his mind, he understands in his desires the happiness of all humanity and the generosity of his heart. He strives to promote it. I justice, may I. The peace of depends, let me see, the peace of society depends on the justice of happiness of individuals, on the safe enjoyment of all their possessions. Keep the desire of your heart, therefore, within the bounds of moderation, within the bounds of moderation. Let the hand of justice lead at them aright. Let no temptation allure you, nor any provocation excite you to lift your hand from the hazard of this life, or his life. Defame him not in character, bear no false witness against him, corrupt not his servants to cheat or forsake him in the wife of his bosom. Oh, tempt not to sin. It will be a grief to his heart, which you can not relieve, and the injury to his life, which no amends can atone. All right. In your dealings with your brother, be impaired and fair, and do to them as you would should, let me see, they should do to you. Be faithful to your trust and deceive not the man who relies upon you. Be assured it is less evil in the sight of Allah to steal than to betray, or oppress not the poor and defraud not of his wage and the laboring of man. When you sell it for gain, hear the whisper of your conscience, that the voice is in of the soul, and be satisfied with moderation, nor from the ignorance of thy buyer take any advantage. Pay the debts which you owe of. All right. Pay the debts which you owe of. Pay the debts. It's a lot of people out here that got debts out here that they ain't paid nobody. You had a lot of money come through your lap, but you ain't pay your motherfucking debts. Now you sitting up there wondering why you struggling. That's why you struggling, because any bullshit energy that you do, if you receive from somebody and don't return it in the equal fucking amount, then you're gonna get some karma. I don't know why y'all think y'all around here thinking like anybody that think that they can bend the wheel of God or bend the law. You gotta be the devil. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. You gotta be. Stay the fuck away from me. Like, seriously, all right? This shit is serious about paying these motherfucking debts. And that's another thing, this energy gonna be crazy, because a lot of people finna have this energy, this retrograde. People gonna be feeling some type of way, and they're gonna be ready to react a certain way, especially if you owe somebody or whatever the case may be. Clean your karma up. Don't sit up here dwelling in and bullshitting or whatever. Y'all people do bullshit out here based on trying not to go without because you want to be in the mix. It's like people say that they don't fuck with people, but they want to be in the mix too, some type of way, fucking off or whatever they doing, regardless if it's whatever they doing in their private or whatever. You fucking off, tricking off, or whatever the shit may be. Pay your motherfucking debts. All right. It's all this shit, is everything I didn't even read too much of it. And I can correlate some out of everything up in here from being flattered by a woman who live off lust and the enticement of the eye, all that, all this shit serious. All you could find anything in any scripture, but don't nobody want to read. But as I'm saying, pay your motherfucking debts, pay what you owe, pay what you owe, and when you get that karma, when that karma come back on you, sit on it. Don't try to go fuck with nobody who chose and try to do little whole shit to tempt them, trick them from their throne and all that lame shit. Cause that's what a lot of people from the start doing. That's why people need to get put the fuck up in their house. Cause people gonna tempt you to want to do something to them. And it's not important. But this is the trickery that's going on out here. The trickery of the flesh and the people that stuck on the 3D dimension. This is what's going on. All right. Anyway, pay the debts which you owe, for he who gave thee credit relied upon thine honor, and to withhold from his due is to both, and to withhold from his due is both mean and unjust. Finally, oh, son of the society, examine your heart, call remembrance to thy aid, and if any of these beings, and if any of these things you have transgressed, make a speedy reparation to the utmost of your power. All right. Charity. Happy. Now he's speaking out the circle self. I'm gonna read this because it is in the Circle 7 Quran. You can read this. I don't know how he did the words with this one, but you can read this stuff after Circle 7. All right. Let's see. Charity. I ain't gonna jump too deep into that. I could, but I'm gonna go deep in. I'm gonna jump up out of read mode, and I'm gonna pull up. Pull some stuff up. I ain't trying to go too deep. Let me stop. Let me see. Start my video. Stop my share. Hold on, y'all. I'm pulling something because I don't want to show too much. This when you get to fuck with the other tab, this shit get deep. He on a lot of people up in here. He on a he on a lot of people in there. He showed Elijah Muhammad. He showed some people up in here. Let me make sure. I'm gonna read something else too. One of these other. I just didn't want to get so deep into the Circle 7 stuff because you can't read the Circle 7, and I ain't gonna have a day where I'm gonna jump into Circle 7 and just just jump into Circle 7 a lot. When you ascended master, you supposed to be able to. You can go jump back to the same thing and pull out 100 different lessons from one thing. If you, I mean, that's if you're a true scientist, you know. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna read on that, and we're gonna read on that. This is some of the stuff he giving honor to in these holy tablets. Yeah, we finna read some outlet. All right, boom. All right, one from the pop outfit. I just had to make sure no crazy pics pop up. Mm. All right, boom. All right, I'm finna jump into this right here. I'm gonna do some more read. I had to yeah, you get to reading them holy tablets, it's like the righteous X-Files or something like, boy, fuck around scroll, I'm putting this gonna go on YouTube. Fuck, how nobody feel, who watching, dark sorcerers, magicians. Fuck y'all. By worried about you. I'm Naruto in the generation, so I'm gonna take my slick shots and all that. Fuck y'all. This video is going out. You know, I ain't put no YouTube videos or nothing in this one, so I shouldn't hear shit about no copyright or none of that. Boop. View. Read mode. All righty. All right, man. We're getting into it. I'm to my one it extra big. I want to make sure y'all can see it. Sheikh Al-Hajj, Daoud Hamid Fatel. I don't know how to pronounce dude's name, but him, Sheikh Al-Hajj. Kind of like another Drali Al-Hajj, West. Kind of make sure because Al and Egyptian is West. Daoud Ahmad Fazal. Fasal, let's just say Fasal, teacher of the Sunni Muslims, founder of the American Muslim Mission in America, who came from Morocco, West Africa. And he damn sure, if he got Al on the beginning, he damn sure got the right to have that West Africa. He got the right to have that on his name. All right, words of one of our great teachers, Sheikh Al-Hajj Daoud Hamid Fasal. He was born in 1891, 1980. I want to share some shit. I had realized that when I was reading, I was leaving somewhere. I was leaving from somewhere or something. And I seen the back of somebody's tags. And it said, pretty much it had said that Martin Luther King was born in 1929. I found that kind of funny that he was born the same year that the prophet died. It was just like, it's tough. But anyway, stop my video for a sec. Stop the video. Stop the video. Okay, boom. All right. Now, the words of one of our great teachers, like I said, Sheikh Al-Hajj Daoud Ahmad Fasal, right knowledge. The pursuit of knowledge is a duty imposed by the Almighty Creator, Allah. You notice Allah got the all in there. Allah is feminine, but anyway, we're gonna jump into that upon every human being. It is the acquisition of knowledge that makes the humanity superior to the angels. All right, the acquisition of knowledge is obligatory, imposed upon every Muslim male and female. Acquire knowledge and it enables the possessor to distinguish right from wrong. It lights our way to heaven. It is our friend in the desert, our society and solitude, our companion when friendliness. When friendless, all right, it guides us to happiness. It sustains us in misery. It is an ornament amongst friends and an armor against enemies. Learn to know yourself, who are the least learned. They practice what they know. Philosophy is the straight camel of the faithful. Take hold to whatever you take hold of it wherever you find it. All knowledge is Allah. It comes from Allah. No man is independent and self-taught. Allah taught the angels, and the angels taught the prophets, and the prophets taught humanity, and humanity teaches each other. All right. And they don't get no more realer than that. When people ask me, they say stuff like, where do you get your knowledge from? It's really not my information. It's really the ancestors lead me to read certain stuff. They led me to read this. You know what I'm saying? My chief said that, you know, how he put everything together and stuff like that. The ancestors led them. You think of ancestors, you think of these angelic thought forms that's in your brain that's sending you signals from different multiverses and stuff like that. Anyway, this is the way knowledge was acquired. Ethics in Islam. It's funny to spell Islam with 2 A's. That's kind of interesting. Ethics in Islam. Imbue yourself with divine attributes, says Muhammad. Allah is the prototype of man, and his attributes form the basis of Muslim ethics. Righteousness in Islam consists of leading a life of complete harmony with divine attributes. Sin is to the act otherwise. Charity or almsgiving. Okay, charity or almsgiving, because I was going to read like this continuation from something else. Okay, charity of almsgiving. All the faculties of man have been given to him as a trust from his Lord. All right, it's trust all through this stuff. It's speak on. All the faculties of man have been given to him as a trust from his Lord for the benefit of his fellow creatures. All right, all faculties, all Faculties. What is a faculty? Fuck it, let's look it up. I got you. Let's look it up. Don't be stupid. Pull up the definition. Let's say an inherent, let me see, in a noun sense, an inherent mental or physical powers. All right. But then you got it in the form of a group of university departments concerned with the major division of knowledge. All right. So faculty, think of that. Like keep that in mind. Faculty, all right. Like a position of office or whatever, you know, a division or whatever the case may be. Every zodiac sign is a trust. Every fucking house of the zodiac's got a trust that they're endowed to handle. Same way, you know. But anyway, all the faculties of man have been given to him as a trust from his Lord. All the faculties of men have been given to him as a trust from his Lord for the benefit of his fellow creatures, beneficiaries. It is a man's duty to live for others, and his charity must apply without any distinction of person. Charity in Islam brings man nearer to his Lord. Charity and the giving of alms have been made obligatory, and any person who possesses property above a certain limit has to pay a tax. All right, levied on the rich for the benefit of their unfortunate. Sancticity of labors. Hold on, let me pause this video. Hold on, let me stop the show. I need to read. Islam. Yeah, I had to go on because should be tripping. That should be irritating. You start recording videos and shit. Motherfuckers come in loud, sitting beside you. I don't know, talking loud. Just like, and it don't even be them. It just be some subconscious shit. That's why I be like, man, look here. Motherfuckers ain't in tune with themselves, so any fucking thing can lead a motherfucker to do anything. They can just come up in here like, oh, why am I coming up in here talking loud on the phone and shit like that? And it'd be like, oh, and you know, they come around somebody who's sitting quiet and on their laptop and chopping it up, putting some information down. And it's like, oh, okay, well, the devil did that unconsciously, you know, since this person is not in tune with themselves. It's easy for Agent Smith to hop up in them and just steer their fucking mind to do some dumb shit or just do lost shit or whatever the case may be. And just like, you know, everything be working like the devil. And I say all this shit to say, but the devil be working in all types of ways. Don't sit up here and think like you know, when I say the devil, I mean people who are in frequency with the lower self frequency of just being stirred to not control. Ain't got no self-control pretty much for the most part. You could be sitting up here doing a video or whatever, and somebody could just come in out of nowhere while you sit down. You could be at work sitting in your fucking office square, and then somebody come over there being annoying and talking loud, asking you questions, and they trying to fucking like they picking at you, but that's just the fucking enemy trying to send a fucking dummy to distract you from what the fuck you doing or be loud or disrupted and shit like that. It's that fucking serious, and it get fucking annoying because it's like you can't even blame the person. You got to blame the fucking energy that's behind their subconscious because they not fucking in tune with their subconscious. Right. Anyway, back to what the fuck I was reading. Excuse the I got fucking irritated for a second. I really do. When you do some shit that you like to do and some other shit come being fucking disruptive out of nowhere, it ain't nothing but the fucking enemy. That's all it's always gonna ever be. All right. I'm not trying to make it seem like I'm just like, you know, I'm not trying to be no asshole, but fuck it. It is what it is. I don't give a fuck. I'm motherfucking get offended. I don't give a damn. Who cares? All right. Anyway. All right. Back to what I was reading from Ahmad Fasal. All right, Ahmad Fasal. I'm starting to, yeah, Fasal. Okay, Fasal. I'm gonna pronounce it like that. All right. It is man duty to live for others, and his charity must apply without any distinction of persons. Charity in Islam brings men nearer to his Lord. Charity and the giving alms have been made obligatory, and any person who possesses property tax above a certain limit has to pay it. Anybody who possesses property above a certain limit has to pay a tax. I said that wrong. Levied on the rich for the benefit of the unfortunate. All right. Sanctity of labors. It is through righteousness and the goodwill of a man, in respect and obedience to and for the laws and commandments of our Lord, and respect for the individual human rights can be maintained in the word of man. But with your help and your goodwill and help in the guide and obedience to the laws and the commandments of our Lord, in the hands of our Lord, we can restore peace in the world, security of our person, and security of our homes and the homes of our human brethren. And this can only be accomplished. And this is the brother who is speaking on this. Shout out him, man. All right, shout out him. accomplished through Islam. Peace. I self-law master. All right. I self-law master. This is a science of this. You must work hard in order to create the industries of your own, in order to be able to employ yourselves and your human breath in the light. This is why I'm going back to fucking work. This is why. Because when you get so deep into this, you realize that you gotta go to work. You ain't got no choice. Even if you're working for yourself, you gotta work. Somebody gotta work. Somebody gotta do it. All right. Work is important. If you want to fund the trust, you got to go to work to fund the trust. All right. That's what you got to do and convey everything over. This is what's going on. All right. Shout out to Clint Coons. You must stop depending upon others for the livelihood and service to those who do not have faith in the Lord our Creator, who respect and regard not His holy laws. And they talking about your system. Let's pause and let's elaborate on that. When they talk about that, all right, they talking about your motherfucking public servants. That's who they talking about. When he speak on it, that's who he talking about, the fucking system. Y'all go to these motherfuckers and make them feel like they God, and they don't give a fuck about nothing religious or nothing spiritual at all. They don't give a damn, not one lick of a bit. Most of them are Satanists and shit like that, and they practice witchcraft and dark sorcery and shit behind closed doors. I thought you motherfuckers knew that, but this is what's going on, and this is why it's important to be skilled in this level of information without looking for where to stop. Because a lot of people be like, oh, well, where should I start? The rabbit hole don't end. So if you're not no never ending researcher, this ain't for you. Stay out of it. Stay dwelling in your 3D realm that you in and keep going through the shit you're going through and keep it simple. All right. But this is why this stuff is important, because understanding the depth of this information helps you understand the fucking the plot that's going on there. It's that simple, bro. Like, all you gotta do is just pay attention. And this is why this stuff is important. All right, why prophets and shit, a lot of them pass and get knocked off. This is why some people they have to put information out while they get fucked off. All this shit starts from the inside. It's always an inside job, because it's somebody evil or somebody who's stupid or slow or no self-esteem or all that duck ass shit. They don't believe in their motherfucking self and they stupid and they don't want to fucking read shit or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? That's just what the fuck be going on out here. Then they look at people like me like, oh, you weird, you think you're smart, or you think Virgos think they can figure everything out. Y'all just fucking dummies. We not for the simple-minded, and we're not for the unpractical, all right? You stay the fuck out of our face, stay the fuck out of our constellation. Virgos make the motherfucking world go round. We the motherfucking body of the stomach where shit got to digest. When you swallow a tough pill, this shit got to come through the stomach of Virgo to digest and get kicked the fuck out. Stop bullshitting out here. But that's what they talking about, your system. When you put it up? When you say that right there, you must stop depending upon others for livelihood and service to those who do not have faith in our Lord and Creator, who respect and regard not His holy laws. Y'all women out here, y'all get on this government assistance, knowing that they set this system up based on some Willie Lynch shit. Do I want to go into the Willie Lynch level? Yeah, we're gonna stop right here. Let me see if I can pull this letter up. And the person who wrote the fucking Willie Lynch letter, probably the name wasn't even Willie Lynch. First four letters of Willie is Will. Ooh, fuck. Lynching of the mind. Y'all talking about motherfucker get physically lynched. It's lynching your motherfucking mind. When they keeping your dumb ass from not reading what the fuck going on out here. Let me see if I can pull that shit. If I pull that letter up, somebody will be pissed off out here. Up, RV Bay. I forgot. Oops. I'm going there. Keep talking that shit about RV Bay if you want, motherfucker. Keep on talking that shit. They got this sauce on here. But what you talking about? I mean, then what you talking about? Just make it sound good. Let's see, they got this sauce on here. Letter to the mother. Almost all mothers, and some who are simply standing by have been divided against each other by alternate energy. Men of mothers Word is, however, would not speak. Mothers are constantly being pulled almost sometimes into the fray with the intent to do the dirty work of the disingenuous energies, and you must learn how to refuse their injury to their sisters, especially in public venue. This is where many of you find yourselves unbeknownst to you. Hold up. That ain't what we came here for. Boom. Boom. Forgot the scroll. Ooh. Willie Lynch letter. 1712. Some weird numbers. 911. 1 plus 7 plus 1 equals 9. You got 2. Break that 2 down to 11. They said it's an emergency. We under emergency. It's an emergency that we apply this letter to our motherfucking slave. You said this is how they fucking looking at you. It said I caught a whiff of a dead slave hanging from a tree a couple miles back. You are not only losing valuable stock by hangers, you are having uprising. Slaves are running away. Your crops are sometimes left in the field to be long for maximum profit. You suffer occasional fires. Your animals are killed, gentlemen. You know what your problems are. I do not need to elaborate. I'm not here to enumerate your problems. I'm here to introduce you to a method of solving them. All right. You see how this shit go? Female versus the male. All right. Now, what you talking about all this for? Y'all women up here, y'all get this government assistance and shit. A lot of motherfucking women, I'm gonna keep it real. Y'all can take the shit out y'all want. And that's why I shouted out the good mothers. But everything got a yin and a yang. So if you got good women out here that's good mothers, you know it's bad women out here that's bad motherfucking mothers who got habits and shit and all that. Y'all get on this government assistance and shit. Y'all know that's killing your motherfucking willpower, right? For you not to want to get the fuck up and do nothing extraordinary. They killing your motherfucking willpower when they put y'all on this shit. Y'all get these checks for these kids. A lot of y'all don't even give a fuck about y'all kids. Y'all just give a fuck about getting the check for them. So you gonna spend that money up and go do other shit, get high, get drunk, get fucked out, fall up in city trends every few days, fall up in tops and bottoms or whatever. You know, I ain't trying to be fun. I go to tops and bottoms and shit when I need shit. So, you know, but I'm just saying, though, fucking off doing bullshit. I ain't trying to come up with no business. Shout out to the independent women out here. Y'all are respected. Now, y'all are respected. The ones who understand the role, ones who say that if a man gonna lead right, and she'll fuck with him. But yeah, y'all not letting nobody else lead. I can respect a woman who ain't letting no dude lead them into no bullshit. All that trying to tell me, so you need somebody else to lead you. If you ain't even partially leading yourself the right way, what the fuck somebody else looking like leading you? And can nobody else be your motherfucking peace out here either, for people who like to say that. I just need you to be my peace. Man, you look. What am I talking about? What if I pull up? I got talking shit. What am I finna look up? But yeah, y'all get these government assistance checks and shit. Y'all fucking y'all self out. And y'all killing y'all willpower out. Yep, there you go. Good what y'all killing right here. We could talk about any real life situation. It all gonna come back down to these seven energies that's within you right here. That's why Naruto will forever be one of my motherfucking favorite animes ever. Ever. That one in Bleach. Naruto talk about chakras. And Bleach talk about astral projection. Yeah. Y'all get on this government assistance. Y'all get these checks, y'all get the fucking this money out. Y'all get to go on and buy drinks. Amsterdam, whatever the fuck y'all like to drink, Ciroc, drinking them little cheap ass Monacos, all that duck ass shit. Y'all on government housing. Then you come across a nigga out here, he ain't got no job, he getting straight out the mud. You latch on to him, you get to fucking with him. You got support from the system. He ain't got no support. He gotta get everything out the mud. All right. You see he trying to get his shit together, but you still gonna prey upon him because you flat about probably how he dressed or how the nigga got his pants creased up, his line fresh, and shit like that. But then the moment he don't comply with you, you do whole shit like call the police on him, stab him, somebody else next door gotta call the police or whatever to get to beating him up or dumb shit, throwing shit at him, bleaching his clothes, this whole shit. Every man been through all this shit multiple favors. You get to doing all that bitch ass shit. Now he finna get put in the fucking system, catch a charge behind your dumb ass because you acting out of unrighteous emotion. Because you ain't got no drive to do nothing else. You ain't got nothing to do but to lay around and try to trap a nigga in some bullshit because you already taken care of. The government your dad. But when y'all don't got no real to go past, go to do nothing else, but be on government assistance, y'all get your little, some of y'all might get a job and work your way out of it and make the most of it. That's cool. You come out the ones to do this shit and be bullshitting. They getting through out the apartment every 6 months. They got a year at least. Every 6 months they getting kicked out because some bullshit. But you hanging out, you sitting around, you got some untreated traumas that you running from. You don't want to think about the shit all the time. So you just run and do bullshit. You leaving your kids with your 12, 13-year-old. He got to become a motherfucking big brother beforehand, way earlier than what the fuck you need to, because you was fucking with this whole ass nigga. He had that shit going. He ain't got no mentality or whatever, or he couldn't lead himself properly or whatever. Or you fucking with him because you want him to fill a void of the last nigga who was on his shit handling this business, but you done about sent him to jail, gave him up to the system. You know the system against us. I mean, I just want y'all to know how serious this shit get because it's real out here. And us men be going through it out here and we get painted out like we lame and we bum ass niggas and we homeless and all that, all because a bitch on government assistance who probably don't even got her own shit. She probably staying with somebody else. You see what I'm saying? This the shit we got to go through. This the shit we got to go through for real out here. So I just wanted to tell y'all that. All y'all got these jobs and shit. Y'all think you got something going. You feminists out here. I'm a boss bitch and I don't need a nigga. And okay, keep going. You wonder why your bitch ass be at the house crying and stressed out. You ain't got no affection, but because you trying to act so heartless. So right back to this. Let's just right back to this. Right back to this, because y'all cut off right here. You don't want to open your mouth about what happened to you or whatever. Eventually, y'all gonna have to speak out about these traumas that y'all got. The universe gonna send somebody who on their frequency for you. They ain't gonna just let you open up to no anybody. And that's one thing I know firsthand. They ain't gonna just let you open up to no motherfucking anybody. But that's where y'all fucked up at. Your heart fucked up. You ain't gonna open your mouth. So if you ain't good right here, you definitely ain't finna get up here. So it's just I just gotta speak on this shit. For y'all men too, y'all ain't no different. Y'all ain't no different. You go to work, you a house nigga, you listen to everything your boss say, you running up behind him. Hey boss, you want me to clean the windows and shit like that. Boy, you a sucker ass nigga, boy. I don't fuck what you talking about. You suckered out, you's a bitch too. I don't give a damn. And you need to get out here and find you another way to get you some money, because as long as somebody else is supplying your motherfucking income, you gonna get treated like a bitch. And that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna go on. So y'all might as well get ready for it. And y'all something to say about the motherfucker who getting it out the mud, who ain't got no government assistance or none of that. He might got food stamps. That's it. Yeah, I go get the motherfuckers too if I could. But I just wanted to elaborate on that though. Y'all around here getting this government assistance, when shit jump out, they gonna be the first motherfuckers y'all gonna be the first motherfuckers they gonna come get, because they own you. They own you. By way of what? They own them. Somebody want to talk about this? Then they own us. Right here. Parents patriarch, the government, or any other authority regardless of legal protection of citizens unable to protect themselves. If you can't supply for your motherfucking self, you ain't gonna be able to get the shit that you need to get to protect yourself. make it make sense. So I'm just talking to all the government assistants, women and men and all that shit. I just wanted to let y'all know this type of shit that's going on out here. All right. And this is why he said you must stop depending on others for your livelihood and servants to do those and servants to those who do not have faith in the Lord and respect and regard not his holy law. Because these folks be blaspheming God. If you want to look at it from a Christian perspective, these people in this court system, they blaspheme God. When they tell you that they tell you to put your hand on the Bible and swear, you're gonna tell the whole truth. That right there is some bullshit because God say don't swear. But since you're a dummy, you don't know how to put your paperwork together and send it to the court and let these folks know and address the problem in your paperwork before you show up. You're gonna go up in their court like a dummy because you don't even know that their all caps name is not you. That's why they always come ask you. You think it's a reason that they ask you if they you that name for a reason when you go to court. Y'all think it's a fucking reason for that. It's a reason for that. It is. You don't think it is? It is. That's why they ask it, because they know the games they playing. They know you stupid. And they just gonna play with you. They gonna play tennis with your motherfucking. They gonna play ping pong. Oh, let's hit them over here. Hit them with that. Oh, slap them with 40 years. And that's fucking money going into their secret fucking accounts that nobody know about. These folks got IRS forms that they gotta file for these fucking court cases. Y'all know that, right? Okay then. So it's time motherfuckers get their shit together, get your own business and stay the fuck out the way. Stay away from bullshit energy. Because these folks hoeing y'all every motherfucking day. These folks know what's up. They making you put your hand on the Bible and swear, and God said don't even fucking swear. Y'all think this shit not a fucking joke? You crazy. I mean, if y'all don't think this shit real, you crazy. And they joking with motherfuckers. And this is very important. This is why, because I know I got my little certain ways, or I can't even really feel personal, but I just got to hang that shit up. If these people don't speak on overdrawly, that's cool. That ain't got nothing to do with me. But I respect it. I respect these certain movements that talk about us being industrious on our own and putting shit into our own community. I respect it. And there's a big rise of that going on. They put a lot of bullshit on TV, but it's a lot of positive shit going on. I see it in Little Rock now. We got black folks buying shit up. When you ride down Asher, you see a lot of motherfuckers with food trucks and shit. So niggas working on it slowly but surely. But they need to know other sides of the information. But I just wanted to stop and elaborate on that for people that sit up here and lean on the government too hard and then talk shit about somebody who don't give a fuck about the government, about the system, gonna get it out the mud. I just need to speak on it about this division. This division shit gotta quit. I'm just letting y'all know. Now, to the people who ain't with it, fuck them. Son, cause everybody not gonna be with it. But we ain't out here trying to start no wars or shed no blood unless our peace get broke. Now, if your peace get broke, you gotta do what the fuck you gotta do. There's just certain ways you need to go about it. But anyway, back to this. All right. Nor have any respect for your rights, nor the rights of humanity in general. But as Muslims, if you return to the worship of the one true creator of our fathers, humanity, and Islam, and obey his laws and commandments, we can help to restore the peace and security to the world of humanity with the help of Allah, the Almighty Creator. All right. And for people who be on the realize that Allah got all, and say with the help of all. So when you need to operate out here, what you need knowledge out here to operate in this world. If you don't know how to type up a document for court, then you're gonna lose when you go in court. You're gonna go in there and blurt some shit out on free. You're gonna go in there freestyling because you don't know what you need to know. So you need to know stuff. You need to know. All right. You need to know. All right. When you understand nature, when you understand the laws of nature and God, you understand Allah, astrology, Allah, however you want to put it, or whatever. It don't matter what the fuck you call him. God is God. For people that be trying to make it seem like this one name, supreme name, when a lot of religions they say he got a lot of different names and different tones. So don't make that no big fucking thing. When somebody say Allah, I understand what they talking about. When somebody say God, I know what they talking about. When somebody say Yahweh, I know what they talking about. When somebody say Osiris, I know what they talk about. It's all scientific, bro. Anyway, we shall as the last one to stay away from evil things, evil and unclean men and women. I be honest, just, and be truthful at all times, and at any cost in accordance with the laws of Islam. All right. And that was That was brother Fasal. I made Fasal. Fasal. All right, and Clarence J. Albert Smith, teacher from the 5% Nation, came from Danville, Virginia, America. All right. Where's one of our great teachers? Him. Supreme mathematics knowledge starts at birth, and it's the foundation. Let me see. Supreme mathematics knowledge starts at birth, and it's the foundation of all things in existence. Knowledge is the original man who is the foundation of the earth's family. Knowledge is simply to know. Right knowledge is to know the right way to use it. Wisdom comes with age, and it's the wise words spoken by the original people of planet Earth. Women are the moon. I just fucking said that earlier because she receives her light from the sun, which is the Nubian man, and reflects it onto the star, which is the child. Wisdom is the manifestation of one's knowledge. Understanding grows into overstanding. When you have an understanding, when you have baby knowledge, you have understanding when you have adolescent knowledge. You have overstanding when you are a supreme being. Culture is the Nubian's true way of life. Like I was speaking in that video, people talk about a cult, talking about a cult or whatever, but the first four letters of culture is cult. All right. Thus accept the word cult, for you are cultivating your culture, which is Islam, as taught by a God incarnated called Puddin. In Islam, I self-law, Lord, and Master, which is Islam. Freedom is to free the dumb. Freedom is to free the dumb, the deaf, and the blind into the state of awareness so that they can see the Nubian man is indeed a deity. All right. Power of refinement. Power is the true, which is the light of the intellect that brings one out of triple stages of darkness and into their true way of life, which is Islam. All right. Refinement is to be clean and purified mentally as well as physically. Equality is to be equal in all things in existence, such as knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. When you share your knowledge through wisdom, it brings forth an understanding. It only shows improved equality. Knowledge, 1, 2, wisdom, 3, understanding. And you can look at that as the 3 stages of 9 ether. You know, you got 3 sets of gases, 3, 3, 3, 9. It's all being born to equal. 6, God. Let me see, 1, 2, 3. It's all being born to equal. The letter G is the 7th letter of the English alphabet. God is a deity that is the original Nubian man who has power to build or destroy. Deity is the Nubian man who has knowledge of himself and all around him. Build or destroy. It's him. It's that brother. He look like a nigga I know from the old days. You see, he got that 7 up there. Yeah, he got an 8-point star. You know, 8 a powerful number. We turn on the side is infinity. He got the 4 points. They represent like north, south, east, west, west, left brain, east, right, up, top, down, bottom. Then he got the, the little inner directions. You know, you think about your northeast, your northwest, your southwest, your southeast. Shout out to everybody. Look, you know what I'm saying? What's that sauce right here? All right. To build, let me see. Build is to add on or to elevate on positivity. Destroy is to take away negativity. Build a righteous nature to destroy the devil civilization is to be brought into existence physically as well as mentally. Into existence physically as well as mentally. Look at how I said that. I drink some water. I need to take a smoke break. And I ain't talking about no cigarette. All right. Physically through the mother's womb and mentally through Allah's mathematics. All right. Physically through the mother's womb and mentally through Allah's mathematics. Man is Allah. When you ejaculate into a woman, that is brain fluid along with everything that has the structure of your bone marrow outlet. And I'm understanding that. I understood that from watching the video. Who was that talking about that? It's just a little video, conscious TikTok had. So anyway, 0. Cipher is a degree. Cipher is a 360-degree circle and consisting of 120 degrees of knowledge, 120 degrees of wisdom, and 120 degrees of understanding, making it complete. Let me see something. All right, take that little phone call. All right. 120 degrees of knowledge, 120 degrees of wisdom, 120 degrees of understanding, making it complete. I understand. Peace equals positive energy, always creates elevation. All right, this is some sauce. Now this refreshing my memory because I ain't, I don't, but that's why I'm saying I'm doing this like a collective consciousness. Y'all when I do these videos, you see me read, you can read it faster than me. Wait for me to catch up or whatever. Read when you say I got this information, is what it's for. Help y'all raise y'all conscience and expand y'all mind on stuff. All right. When the number 10 is manifested, it will be the knowledge add-on cipher or knowledge cipher representing the number 1 and the cipher representing not long. Cipher knowledge representing the number 1 and the cipher representing the 0. 12 jewels is taught by a God incarnate pudding. All right. Knowledge is the foundation of all things in existence. I need to write this down. I ain't gonna write this down. Yeah, I'm gonna write these down. And I need to write down all the zigzag so I can remember that stuff off the top of my head. Cause that is, man, look here, that is about another, that 9 infinite, boy, that's about another 360 or some sauce right there, boy. I'm not playing, but we finna read this though. I'm gonna come back. What page is this? 146, 147, 148. Oh yeah. Yeah, man. We're gonna stretch it out. We ain't got no limit. We're gonna keep it popping. All right. Let me go back up here. All right. Knowledge is the foundation of all things in existence. Wisdom is the manifestation of the knowledge one acquires. Understanding is the mental picture projected through the knowledge and wisdom. Freedom is to free the dome so that you may express your culture, Islam, with no restrictions. Dome, the king dome of heaven, your dome, kingdom within, mind, universe is mental. All right. Justice is the reward or penalty given to one according to their own deeds. Equality is to deal with one another, all things, each one teach one. Food is the nourishment needed to sustain one physically and mentally. Physically by nutritious elements given to the body to keep it healthy. Mentally by Allah's mathematics. Clothing is the covering to protect the body, to protect it physically. Mentally, it is the covering of the mind to protect it from the negative thoughts or suggestions. This is why women should dress up and wear dresses. This is why you see the Muslim women, things of that nature, had a head wrap and things or whatever, or them type of cultures or whatever to stop the temptation or whatever, because that's what it is. Society then got loose, or whatever the case may be, society then got loose. Now you can get back on tribal stuff, and they was dressing how they was dressing, but it still was a tribalness to it. You could tell that it was honor in it, but they didn't perverted everything and got everything in the eye, just temptations. Like, anyway, shelter. Physically, it is home or place of residence where one finds peace and protection from the negative weather. Mentally, it is the mind. Love is the highest elevation of understanding with a force so strong that it cannot be broken. Peace is a universal greeting coming out of love, because without love, there can never be peace. Happiness is the state of one's achieved out of love and peace. Supreme alphabet. Boom, boom, boom. Zigzag, Allah. Zigzag, zig. All right. Allah is the original Nubian man, the maker and power owner of the planet. All right. I mean, there's some trust in that. The maker and owner of the planet Earth, and the one who made the Holy Quran, which applies to every mile of land 1 year to equal his home circumference, who is the all-seeing eye, Allah. All right. Be or born. You must be born physically, then you must be born twice mentally. And the ones who haven't been born twice mentally are the 85ers, the poison animal eaters, slaves of mental death and power, people who worship a mystery God. These are the ones that have to be born again. All right. To see is to overstand. At one time, We couldn't truly see the trick that was planted in our own path because we had the all eye mattress thrown over our eyes. But we've been born twice and know that we are allowed the supreme eye that can see all. D, divine or destroy. In order for you to be divine, you must destroy all negative thoughts in your brain by building on positive thoughts in this day and time. The only way you can be divine is by building self with ourself, Lord and Master. Right? Equality is to be equal in every form of knowledge with your alike in order to take back the planet from the devil who is an unalike or disagreeable. Father is to father or fat her the young with the knowledge of self, which is righteousness, and by teaching them that the science of everything in life, which is love, peace, and happiness. All right, G for God. Is the supreme being, the original man, the one who is the winner without an opponent in everything he deals with, because God put all things here by wisdom and his power and knowledge and his equality from all things he built upon. He or her must refine her with the knowledge of he, which is God, in order to build and born a strong foundation to carry out civilization through the queen, her, I, or one, or Islam or I, is the only universal way of life for the black man, woman, and child. This is Islam, and the only one that knows and understands that this is God, and God must resurrect the dead with Islam, teaching that which brings them to freedom, justice, and equality. Justice. All those who can't deal with the bad matters will be justice at 32 degrees below zero because they fail to understand the wisdom of God, which deals just and true with all human families on the planet Earth. It say with all human families on planet Earth. All right, justice. All families. That means it's righteous motherfuckers in every ethnicity. Europeans, Philippines, Arabs, or whoever. Don't make no motherfucking difference. Everybody got some righteousness into them. Everybody, and everybody understand justice. All right. Um, Kingdom or kingdom. The king is the founder of his kingdom, so he must acknowledge the knowledge of his circumference so that he can enforce his laws to be recognized as being the king of his kingdom. The kingdom is your estate, your trust. You are the grand sheik of that estate. All right. Don't let nobody, don't be no motherfucking fool out here. You create, like I said, you change the name, you change the game, you control it, you control the game. You know, once you reach your peak and you understand this shit, you come up with your trust based off the laws from no draw or whatever you want to base it from. All right, love, hell, or right. The love is the overstanding, and the misunderstanding is what brought forth hell. But this is all going back to the degree of supreme understanding, because this is the only truth that is right and exact at all times. Master is the one who has experienced a certain type of skill, but the master of all is God Allah, because he knows and understands all circumstances, like circumference, all right, on earth as well as in the universe, now or nation or end. Now is the time for the black men to end all his weak ways so that the black nation on earth can uprise the knowledge of all its creation to put them all in order. Once again, and surely it will be their end now. Oh, cipher is a person, place, or thing. It is most commonly called cipher because CI power her through the equality that I gave her, which is the truth, and the truth is the 360 degrees of purified knowledge. All right, Virgo purity, that's me. All right, I ain't saying like I'm pure knowledge or whatever, but I'm just playing. But anyway, power, mental and physical powers of a devil is nothing in comparison to that of the original man. The devil has 6 ounces of grafted brain, which are weak and wicked, 100%. But God's power is original, meaning the first and possesses, 7.5 ounces of the brain, which put all things here, which is also 100%. All right. The understanding of in God is what makes him Allah. All right. Q, the most purified particle of Allah, better known as the true rich black soil, the mother of civilization, matter, mother, happy Mother's Day, mother of civilization, who has the scale of justice within her. May I just spoke on that earlier, who has the scale of justice. Remember that. I just pulled that up earlier. I said Isis. Pulled that up earlier. Where's she at? She in downloads. Let me see where she at. Bruh, quit the bullshit. Right here. Justice is in her. See what it said. Maya is the goddess of truth, justice, balance, Libra, harmony. All right, all right, all right. Just putting it together. Just wanted to go back to that. All right, all right. I'm gonna read it again. The most purified article of Allah, known to, better known as the true rich black sword, the mother of civilization, who has the skill of justice within her, but is still blind to her powers, which is being the queen of the universe and earth below, but has the power to control both from the energy that God gave her. Rule or ruler, Rick the ruler. Y'all thought Rick the ruler called himself that. It was a little science in there too. Shout out Slick Rick. God is the only ruler there is by acknowledging his building powers and making it born to all planets of the universe that can go according to it and bear witness to the true, to who the true ruler is, self or savior. You must be a savior to yourself. And a motherfucking, let me stop this and let me exaggerate. Let me not exaggerate, but let me elaborate. I said it wrong, y'all. Ain't no motherfucker coming through no motherfucking sky saving nobody. Y'all can hang that dumb ass religious shit up. That old fucking fairy tale, mythical tale about somebody coming through the sky. Ain't nothing coming through no motherfucking sky to save y'all. So y'all can hang that shit up. There's ain't none of that happening. So get that out y'all motherfucking mind. All right. You the savior to your motherfucking self. When they said that they seen Jesus coming on the clouds, it was your pineal gland, the sun coming and activating your fucking brain. Don't be no fool. The brain look like clouds. All right. So I just wanted to tell y'all that. Ain't nobody coming through this gotta say, y'all. I just said it right there. This is why understanding Islam and how universal it is important versus to where motherfucker want to be melanated and be a Christian. All right. And then I'm gonna go back into that. All right, to the beginning of Christianity, and I'm gonna correlate that with this. All right, share screen. One more time, I'm gonna read it again. You must be a savior to yourself so that in the atmosphere you in, you can be capable of saving self for the best part, because self is the nation of the 5%ers from the knowledge to born self. Truth or square. Truth is the only light that can stand by itself in the surrounding darkness and yet be noticed shining in the square of the universe, which is 360 degrees. When the wisdom adds a cipher, it shines the energy of truth, breaks through darkness. You or universe, you are the universe because you are the producer of the sun, moon, and stars, the original people. Victory. Wisdom brings about a bad culture when one's wisdom is destroyed instead of acting according to the way of life, which makes the culture our God, which is Islam, the only victory known. All right. Wisdom is an expression of knowledge, while the understanding brings about a clear picture of both through the eye of understanding. X, unknown. All right. Equality is unknown to those who don't know themselves. The 85% is dumb, deaf, and blind so-called Negroes that need to come from mental death and power because they are unknown to themselves. This shit is true. Why? Why is the question most frequently asked by those who are blind, deaf, and dumb because they don't know how to wisdom their power to show, improve. You God manifesting the God of UI or YU. Zigzag zig, meaning, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Peace, God. This is how it was conveyed from Clarence Java Smith, known as putting in Allah to his fellow followers of the 5% nation. All right. Talking about. All right, I'm gonna read one more little chapter. And this is in the Holy Tablets, man, of Venusian. I wonder when his birthday was. He had to be born on a Friday, or he had to be a Libra or a Taurus to seek out the lost tribe of Shabazz. All right, boom. I'm gonna read this a little bit and I'm gonna wrap it up on this part. And I'm gonna go back and elaborate on just a little more. All right. Think and remember where you came from. We are the original seed of what you call gods. You were taught to call us gods by those malevolent, disagreeable beings, the Luciferians, the serpent people, the human being. The human beast. They have influenced the minds of our leaders by appearance and physical form, as in the case of a Venerian, of one valiant Thor's own, who has known to us as Master Far Muhammad, born 1887, 1934, who came as a god from Saudi Arabia, Middle East, to seek out the lost tribe of Baz and teach them knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Upon and above all of these great men, disagreeableness crept in the form of misinterpretation to misguide you off the path, and we called out, guide us to the way of the ones who stand straight, the way of those who you have bestowed your grace, and not those who have been cursed, nor of those who have gone astray. Remember your olive tone parents of long ago, the woolly haired beings, 9 through 9. See how they got that triple nine right there, 9 to the ninth power of the 9 of our kingly crown. All right. Visitors to this solar system from the planet Risk. All right. Remember our dark reddish brown skin, copper tone, perfected in green as the greenness of olives, because of the melanin that was within our genetics, which we have coded in our genes. The true Nubians or Nubians or new beings, you melanites, in your way of life, Nuwabu, sound right reasoning. We are your original etheric parents. The Etherians that have returned in flesh just for you. You must know that in the Lunarian, in the lunar log of the fifth point in the month of May, that's crazy. In the fifth point in the month of May, Cinco de Mayo, when the planet called Gaia, a living organism, also called Gaia, positions itself in the location of the revolution of the planet Earth in the year 2000 AD of the Gregorian calendar, in the gate in which you refer to as heaven. And this great vortex will open in 2003 AD of the Gregorian calendar, and the planets will have realigned themselves in the day of Cinco de Mayo 2000. Damn, that's crazy. And that was just a few days ago. That was just, what's the date? Damn, 4 days ago. Wasn't it? No, that was 3 days ago. 3 days later, I do this video. Damn. I'm talking about 5-5 specifically though. But okay. In the day 5, the Garu by cherubims will be excused, and their flaming swords say, I swear away from the tree of eternal life, and it shall open once again the throne of Anu. All right. Let's look at Anu, our knowledge unseen. Making some shit up. I knew. But anyway, I knew that y'all was bullshit. Nah, I'm just playing. In the month of December, though, in the year 1997, 80 of the Gregorian calendar on the solar calendar, that's Far Muhammad. You gotta look like a white man, you know. Might be mixed, but you know, it's a lot of mixing going on, but all that shit don't matter. As long as somebody brought y'all some literature. But that's what people got lost, they not having no literature, sound right literature anyway, which is used throughout most of the world and is sponsored by Pope Gregory the VIII in 1582 AD as corrected version of the Julian calendar, which was a solar calendar produced by Julius Caesar's astronomers in Rome in 46 BC, having the year of 12 months, 365 days, and the leap year of 366 funny days every fourth year. A small alignment of the inner 7 planets in this solar system would have already taken place. 7 bright planets will line up like pearls on the strings of planets aligned from west to the east, beginning with Gaga, Pluto, funny, then followed by Mumu, Mercury, Lamu, Mars, Lahamu, Venus, Ea, Neptune, Anu, Uranus, low key, that sound about right, Kishar, Jupiter, and Anshar, Saturn with a crescent moon alongside. Pluto, Mercury, Mars, Pluto, Mercury, Mars, Venus, Neptune, Uranus, Jupiter, and Saturn. Power 9. Power 9. All right. This will be the alignment of the major planets in the mothership of Nibiru, whose diameter is 663,408 miles, and will make itself bigger or smaller. Will be nearing your solar system and waiting on the other side of the astral belt, which is the necklace of the firmament beneath the firmament, for the time logging, which will be in the lunar logging of the 12th point in the month of August, Leo, when the planet called Earth positions itself in the location of its own revolution in the 2003 AD of the Gregorian calendar, which is when this vortex will reopen. Right there. To these channels. I'm gonna do a video on the zodiacal view of astrology and interpreting your natal chart. And I'm gonna go back to this and bring up and talk about this position. Let's see. Write a little note to myself. So go back to the page. Already be smooth, fam. All right. Right foot down. The info down. All right, boom. All right, due to the size and period, which is 63 at 408 miles, if to come to your planet, its gravitational pull will begin to tear away parts of Tiamat and cause, that's another name for Earth, other planets on this side of the asteroid to draw into each other. So the Nibiru stays on the other side of the asteroid, the firmament, where the planets Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto are. It is then that the Shams passenger crafts will reach the planet Earth, coming forth to you for the rebirth of the elite few, the 144,000 from the moon base, forming the six-pointed star and the moon crescent in the sky as your sign. On the Nibiru, you have 400 species broken up to 3 sets of 144,000. Ooh, boy, this shit getting deep. Y'all thought that 144. Even if you see if you see angel number 144, that'd be important. I want to just multiply that times 3 and see what that number 144 times 3. That's deep because 144,000 times 3 is 432,000, like 432 megahertz. That's some deep shit. You had to, okay. You had 3 sets. You had the Igigi, the Denier, the Redskins, and many mixed species from different star constellations. The Christians later took the concept of their 144,000 in the rapture and used it in their Bible. If we are blocked, we shall continue to try to abduct you up until the lunar login of the 26th point of June. Gemini, now that's actually crossing over into Cancer. When the Earth positions itself in the location of revolution of the Earth year 2030 AD of the Gregorian calendar. This is what the so-called Christian call the rapture. This would involve a telepathic message from the Nibiru, which could be dangerous to those children who haven't raised themselves to a certain level and will cause a shock to their nervous system. Many would cut off, causing us to sever our etheric tie, although it may be a necessary step. Notice my trail in the 12th lunar login in the 12th point in the month of August when the planet called Earth positions itself in the location of the revolution of the Earth of 2043 AD of this Gregorian calendar. This vortex will reopen and we must depart with or without you. So be prepared. Oh, this shit deep. That's why they tried to hem. That's why they tried to hem him up. All right. But okay. My child, listen and understand these crafts are coming to pick you up, their children. However, the evil Luciferians in human form, aided by the cursed seed of Canaan and their brothers, the Halabians, Fluglaras, or Halub, are on the rise, and many names of organizations throughout the world today are not trying their best through the media and mind control to make you the children of Anunnaki, Allahum, regress back to your state of Homo erectus with the aid of black devils. If you regress back to the state, then my children, the elders have no reason to come for you. For it is the Homo sapien that is in our image and our likeness. Let me explain to you how it all began. It all started when we, the Anunnaki, needed to protect the dwelling the atmosphere of our home, planet Risk. All right, we gonna cut that off, cause boy, look here. This shit there get deep. Nah, fuck that. We gonna keep going. We are the eighth planet of a tri-solar system in the 19th galaxy of Ilion. The rays from the three suns, Utu, Apsu, and Shamash, were depleting our ozone layer. The energy level of the radiation was increasing and made the hole in the ozone layer bigger every time all three suns shone on the planet at the same time. It is the same as on Earth, where the ozone layer is depleting, allow more damaging ultraviolet rays to penetrate the atmosphere. However, unlike the planet Risk, without three suns, the planet Earth has but one sun, so the depletion level is not occurring as fast, but what happened eventually. Look for the sign of the little boy El Nino. The planet Risk has three suns, Udu, Apsu, and Shamash, that all have damaging ultraviolet rays and has a much faster rotation than that of this planet. So the depletion of the ozone layer occurred at a faster rate. We needed to build a protection, a dome of gold dust particles suspended in the atmosphere to protect the planet from damaging ultraviolet rays. The gold was needed because it shields sun's rays. It is to reflect the sun's heat. Gold is very special. It is a high polished metal with a high polished finish. It can be made thinner than any metal. It can be stretched thinner than paper and stretched for miles. This is why they use it. Gold can be vaporized better than any other metal, and it doesn't tarnish. Gold can also hold under any condition. We had to abort our planet until it could be mended. Thus, we moved on to Cusa, known today as Orion Galaxy, which is originally a six-star, six-sun constellation. Others, when it started living, and Isis or Arcturus, which is the brightest star in the Boots constellation. Camus Pleiades is a star cluster in the Taurus constellation, which has many life forms. Our home, the star belt of Cusa in the Nuwabic, which is Orion. We had to get closer to the Milky Way in this sun, which actually had 1 billion years left to burn itself out if the ozone layer doesn't deplete or the seven plagues doesn't destroy it. All right. We moved Lama, which means the deity of war, which is now called Mars, and definitely that. Then we moved on to Gaga, Pluto, and other various planets to set up civilizations as the moon and as in the Canis star constellation. That is why the face on Mars is to believe that of the Homo erectus, when it is fact the face of the Homo erectus being cloned into Homo sapien. The face of Zakar, whose name is Cadmon, called the Adama Project. Okay. Fuck this shit. We're gonna read this. It looks like the Sphinx face. The face is thought to be the Pharaoh Khufu, when in fact it is the Egyptian deity Osiris or Osiris. Standing at the base of the face, you could see to your left in the distance massive pyramids similar to their Egyptian counterparts, part of the city complex. Within the cluster of pyramids called the city, there are 7 major pyramidal forms in the various states of preservation. Among these are half a dozen smaller objects. Some have pyramidal forms, but others have apparent domes. Excuse me, y'all. And buried rectilinear markings to the southwest of the main complex. Anunnaki Allahun came to the planet Earth to set up the first laboratory called Shemti, that you call an Egyptian civilization on key Earth or Ta or Ptah. This occurred 450,000 years before coming to Tiamat Earth, before they were followed by 1001. The name Utu, the sun, is Ra, the sun and the head deity called Osiris, who is Osir after the Osirius star constellation, also called Southis in Greek and Sept in Egyptian. We Anunnaki came originally here to this planet to mine for gold that we would take back our planet Risk. All right. We're gonna let that go. We're gonna stop that right there. So take our holy tablet journey. All right. This what got me, this really just confirmed. Because I had to ask myself, it's some more to what they telling us about this story of creation than what they was giving us. All right. He dropping all the sauce in the holy tablets. He dropping the sauce in the holy tablets, like, so I'm not gonna go so deep into that, but this is what's going on. Rashad Jamal, when them stories that he talking about the Anunnaki, it's right here. It's right here in them tablets I just read. And the tablets ain't nothing to play with. If you ain't finna really jump into them, you shouldn't be asking, like, because people be asking about information just because they hear you talk about it and it sound good. But they not finna jump into it. They motherfucking said they want to just play and make this shit seem like it's a fucking joke. And they want to take this shit and trample underfoot. All right. This is a special edition. I didn't even expect to go into that. But y'all gonna know about these tabs. I'm back on them tabs. I'm finna jump back into them and read them in my time too. All right. Cause I'm like when I read the 360, the 120 degrees of knowledge, the 120 degrees of wisdom, and the 120 degrees of total overstanding. That just, I didn't know that off the top of the head. I just unconsciously named my channel 720, which is 360, like in the beginning. Let me just put one of my videos up. Put one of my videos. Pull one of my videos up. I ain't got to pull. I don't even know why I did. I ain't got to pull videos up. I'm on the boat. I'm super excited about this shit, y'all, because I've been wanting to jump in these tabs, but this is a special. This video gonna be special. I wouldn't be surprised if this video right here jump out. This is why I put verse 6 of chapter 1 and tablet 1. That's why I put verse 6 of that in the beginning of the videos. These supreme beings called the Anunnaki and the Terror, whose way of life was called the Wabu and died by the El Kalum, the All, with the superior knowledge of 720 degrees and all, 360 degrees of spiritual ethereal state, the circle, and 360 degrees of the physical material state, the square. That's why I put that in the beginning of my video. That's what pushed me to do this. So y'all gonna start seeing me jump into a lot of holy tablets and jump in and out of them. If you read the book, the Lost Book of Enki, all that shit correlate. The Lost Book of Enki with these tablets. This is these Europeans, and they came up with their Bible. That's what the fuck they was hiding. But when you read books like the Holy Tablets and you read shit like the Lost Book of Enki, then you can pinpoint in that Bible where it be like, okay, this really the part where this, and this happened. But they just coded it down to this right here. All right, this shit is that deep. This is deep. This stuff ain't no game. For all y'all melanated Christians out there, you see big aunts rocking, motherfucking small crosses stopping. Y'all need to stop rocking, putting them crosses on y'all, fucking wearing them crosses around y'all neck. Y'all really starting to look fucking satanic with them crosses around y'all neck. I thought y'all would know that. When you put this motherfucking ankh around your neck, you guys making this noise, hear that noise, sound frequency. Put you some sound around your neck. Get the motherfucking crosses off y'all neck. That shit looks so dumb. It don't even look right. It look fucking foreign. I done got well seasoned with all this. That fucking cross don't even look right around nobody there. Y'all need to take that shit off y'all neck. That shit is showing that you are mentally dead. They done fucking draconian drained your motherfucking brain all the way down to your motherfucking reptilian stem. Y'all motherfuckers can't even think straight because y'all so fucking stuck on stupid and all that dumb ass shit. Want to look good and want to be seen and want attention for the wrong reason. Y'all got this set yourself up for slaughter mentality. I'm talking to our women out here. And you men, you on the bullshit too for feeding into it too. We supposed to be out here nourishing. I'm not simply trying to make myself. I done been there. I'm sick of dwelling in that shit. I'm sick of that fucking with these motherfuckers who vibration ain't right. Losing myself, trying to throw myself out there in the midst because I'm trying to run away from me taking care of my business. Fuck that. We not doing it. This shit gotta stop. I'm trying to end a generational motherfucking curse starting with me and my motherfucking family and my motherfucking cycle. I ain't got time for nobody coming around trying to, because you got people out here that fake like they into this shit. They don't like, it's too much going on, too much trickery and betrayal. All right. So I'm trying to end curses and cycles around here. I got a lot of shit that I did. I got shit that I done did out here that it fuck with me at times when I think back on it, but I had to realize like that shit happened for a reason. Everything. Like trauma fueled demons, untreated trauma fueled demons. And if you don't treat that trauma, then it is what it is though. So that's what's going on. And you break the curses by feeling the traumas, because necessarily if you went through a certain trauma, your motherfucking parents probably went through it too. It ain't nothing new. They went through it too. And this one I'm trying to tell y'all, trample underfoot the son of God. Y'all need to stay away from motherfuckers who not in tune. Y'all need to stay away from motherfuckers who not in tune. Because you can't cast pearls amongst swine. Motherfuckers stupid out here. So it's like, let me see, Hebrews 10:29. 10. Go straight to it. Melchizedek. Jesus like Melchizedek. Christ's sacrifice is one for all. Hmm. Man, we're gonna read Hebrews. We're gonna read Hebrews chapter 10. It said the law is only a shadow of the good things that are coming. It said the law is only a shadow of the good things that are coming, not realities themselves. For this is the reason it can never, by the same sacrifice repeated endlessly year after year, make perfect those who draw near to worship. Otherwise, if they not have stopped being offered, for the worshippers have been cleansed once for all, and would no longer have felt guilty for their sins. But those sacrifices are an annual reminder of sins. It is possible for the blood of bulls and goats to take away sins. You know, for you folks that be out there practicing that shit in the dark and think no motherfucker know what you be doing out there. Therefore, when the Christ came into the world, he said, sacrifice and offering you did not desire, but a body you prepared for me with burnt offerings and sin offerings you were not pleased. Then I said, here I am. It is written about me in the scroll. I have come to do your will, my God, your will. Says come to do my will. That's a trust. Doing the will of God is a trust for the benefit of the unborn. All right. First, he said, sacrifices and offerings, burnt offerings and sin offerings you did not desire, nor were you pleased with them, though they were offered in accordance with the law. Then he said, here I am, I have come to do your will. He sets aside the first to establish the second. And by their will, we have been made holy through the sacrifice of the body of Jesus Christ once and for all. And when they say made sacrifices of, they go the issue again, is speaking. All right. When they say the sacrifice, when they say the sacrifice, all right, he sets aside, establish the second, or whatever. First, establish the second, and we've been made through the sacrifice of the body of Jesus Christ. You understand Jesus Christ? Jesus represents your light conscience. All right, don't be no. Let's look at this very esoteric. They say he was the light of the world. Yeah, I just seen me read the holy tablets and all that stuff, and they talk about how you are Allah, things of that nature. Okay, you got to give up your fleshly ways. That's what Jesus getting crucified and all that dumb shit. They represent you crucifying your fleshly ways to attain higher levels of information. That's what that represents. Okay, that's what that is. All right. Day after day, every priest stands and performs his religious duties again and again. He offers the same sacrifices, which can never take away sins. It's for we know what they talking about. These dark priesthoods and shit. When his priest has offered for all time one sacrifice for his sins, he sat down at the right hand of God. And since at that time he waits for his enemies to be made his footstool, for by one sacrifice he has made perfect forever those who are made holy. All right, the Holy Spirit also testifies to us. First, he says, This is the covenant I will make with them after that time, says the Lord. I will put my laws in their hearts and I will write them on their minds. Then he adds, their sins and lawless acts I remember no more, and there has been forgiven. And where these have been forgiven, sacrifice for sin is no longer necessary. All right. All that physical shit, that physical sacrificing and all that crazy shit like that of that nature. All that shit is really like the ways of these man-made religions and shit like that. That's really what they was talking about. The same shit we dealing with Yahshua. Many prophets was dealing with this shit back in the day. They was trying to roll out this natural law to tell y'all how natural law naturally govern y'all and how this stuff could be in your heart. Keep your heart. That's why you keep your heart chakra open. And you ain't gotta do none of that physical shit. All right. But like always, you know, people try to come to you with information. They say, like right here, how much has more severely do you think? Do you say how much more severely do you think someone deserves to be punished who has trampled the Son of God underfoot, who has treated an unholy thing, the blood of a covenant that sanctified him, and who has insulted the spirit of grace? All right. People trample, you speak about this type of stuff, people just trample this type of information underfoot and make this shit like it's a joke. You know what I'm saying? So this is why, and all these 85 percenters out here, y'all some swine ass motherfuckers because kids get slaughtered for sacrifice and to get ate and shit like that too. All right. Who's gonna pull up? My shit. All right. Do not give dogs what is sacred. Do not throw your pearls to pigs. If you do, then they may trample them under their feet and tear you to pieces. That means they ain't trying to hear that shit. They gonna throw that shit. Don't know what the fuck is y'all talking about? Somebody couldn't be downloaded secure. They be talking about some bullshit. Do not trample it to dogs. All right. You see, they got Anubis right here on the left for self, and then you got Haru. All right. Left, devour. Don't throw shit to people who strictly left minded. They don't understand the intuitives and the right minded because they gonna devour it because they jackals, they pigs, they straight ground. They ain't give a fuck. They just here to devour, eat, or whatever. They don't give a damn about no knowledge. So this is why I'm saying y'all need to get your vibration right. Stay away from motherfuckers who not in tune. Keep your mind open to information. Read certain shit and all that type of stuff. Like I'm gonna end this video. Get to playing music loud and shit. I know y'all probably hear me, but see how this shit go. If it ain't coming from somebody who randomly walking in the store buying something, it's coming from one of the workers in here. That's how this shit always go. I'm gonna be selling very motherfucking soon while I'm going back to work. Anyway, stay away from motherfuckers, man. Stay out the way. You karmic motherfuckers out here that's doing bullshit, want to tempt them off. You got yours coming. Pay your motherfucking debts. Yeah, a lot of y'all got debts out here that you ain't paid out here, and you need to get your shit together. Like I said, I hope y'all gonna enjoy this one. I'm gonna end this Zoom out. Gotta go handle some business, bills to pay. Uh, Happy Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day, Happy Matriarch Day to all my true righteous women, my matriarchal women who stand righteous, who believe in keeping the family in structure, all that type of stuff, keeping them old school ancient principles alive, all that. You know, any little thing that can remind us of the ancestors. I see women out here having them turbans on, them older women having them turbans on. and they just be naturally just doing it on nature. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a blessing to see that type of stuff because you know these women they know a little something, they a little familiar with their history or their culture. You know what I'm saying? So that shit beautiful to see that, to see women wearing them little turban things that they wear on their head and shit like that of their nature. But happy Mother's Day, like I say, happy Matter Day, Dark Matter Day, because y'all are the feminine energy, sound right mindedness, the wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are that. You know, y'all are important, and we need y'all. Venusian mother energy, Venusian moon energy, mother-like energy, take rulership, all that. Yep. What's going on? Just like I said though, don't small talk with these motherfucking Euros out here. You don't know who the fuck, which part of them, who down with this shit, sorority, Jesuit order, Freemasonic order, that shit real is going on out here. Give a fuck, y'all ain't gonna do nothing to me, I'm protected. I got the Orishas behind me and many other ancestors that y'all know about. So just wanna let y'all know, but don't small talk with these folks. Don't small talk with no motherfucker that this. It ain't just them. Motherfucking Arabs come around here talking about some bullshit, they around here trying to sell motherfuckers gold watches and shit like that. Why y'all in our motherfucking neighborhood trying to sell something to us? Go take that motherfucking shit out to Chanel somewhere. The fuck you pulling up over here, Kroger's on Ash and shit like that, trying to sell a motherfucker some gold that ain't even real. Playing like y'all broke, scheming and scamming. There's so many fucking schemes and scams and shit out here. That's why I say I gotta keep y'all eye open. Keep that eye open. Keep it open like a wound. Keep that motherfucker open because it's a lot going on. Motherfuckers praying on our people from every aspect. Our own people praying on us, different cultures. They got all these Pakistanis in our neighborhoods selling liquor and shit to us and shit like that. But they supposed to be Muslims and there's so much misconceptions and shit going on out here. But y'all need to get hip to it though. Claim your nationality, correct your status for the most part. That's the same thing. Status correction. Just get back in tune. Get your paperwork in order. You know, it's gonna be loopholes. They talking about all this shit gonna go on. All this shit gonna go on in the mailing system gonna still be running. As long as the post office open, you can get some shit sent, get some business handled. That's the main thing. When that COVID shit happened and they had that lockdown, everything was locked down, but the motherfucking post office though. The post office is running. So get with that shit. Get with it. And get in tune. If you really seeking some salvation and shit on what to do, go to overshangoel.com and pull up the 11-step process and get to it. If you got money saved up, you might need to try to be putting your fiat saved up because it ain't no real money. Gold and silver is the real money. That's why it be losing me how motherfuckers out here robbing motherfuckers for these Federal Reserve notes and they not even worth shit. It's not even worth shit. They got y'all, they motherfucking dumbed down. Like, but anyway, get in tune, put your motherfucking currency somewhere important. Buy precious shit that got worth value through lifetimes. Do what you need to do. Go follow that 11-step process. Stay hip, stay in tune, or whatever. Y'all can add me on Facebook. Shoot no time, y'all Lionel. Shoot capitals SHU apostrophe capital KNOTON. Y'all YAALONL. You're gonna see the Orisha Ishu picture on my profile, you know, with the half dead face and the half live face, pretty much meaning that be the connection from the living to the dead, the messages for gods and stuff like that. It's all science. It's science and all that. That's why I pay honest to all that. That's what being 360. That's what being a true 9-ether being all about. That's what this stuff is about. Like I said, though, happy Mother's Day to the energy, to the women. Y'all have a grand day. This another one we got nipped in the bud. And I'm gonna make sure I go through the depths that I need to go through to put this video out, make sure it get exported, edited. I'm finna leave this location, probably go handle some business. And I know probably once I get out here in the business, shit gonna start trying to pull me away from doing this. But I'm finna go handle some business. I'm finna go sit somewhere else. I'm finna plug my shit up in my truck. How much battery life I got on here? And I'm finna end this right here and export it. And like I say later, I'm gonna make this video and I'm gonna try to get out and put it out there. Free Dr. York, long live Bobby Hemmitt, or whatever his situation is. Free Dr. York. Shout out to everybody who out here putting this info. Like I say, Taj Tariq Bay, Sid Duke Tears. Shout out to my lady, Miss Rhonda L. Go add her Truth Uncompromised. Every part in that word uncompromised, they got an I, put an E in there. She got a channel. I ain't even checked her channel out, but I know she dropping that sauce. I mean, I'm just looking at the titles of what she talking about. Most of the ascended beings out here, the chosen ones, we all talking about some of the similar same things, from the Anunnaki to the law, to nationality, to American culture, true hidden American culture, indigenous history. We all talking about the same thing. It's just different outlets. So you choose the outlet that you want to choose, and you enlighten yourself. I don't want no followers or none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to lead the motherfucker back to themselves, because everything is within yourself. So check her out. Shout out Yusuf L. Shout out, like I say, everybody who contributed to this movie. Shout out Toriano. Shout out Ned. Shout out Amaro Khan. Shout out everybody that's in the nation. Peace, love, and light. Y'all have a grand day.
Chopper make them do the Harlem shake. Hey, trap money, hey, snow bonnets, hey, trap money, hey, push star, hey, race tall, hey, never fall, hey, good tall, hey, play with racks, hey, trap star, hey, bread far, hey, money cars, hey, cook hard, hey, white chalk, hey, non-stop, hey, chopper make them do the Harlem shake.
YSL, ayy, Saint Laurent, ayy, smart curve TV, smart car,